Hello! Hey, welcome back. I have an overlay now. I've improvised one because yesterday was pretty bad that we didn't see anything in the game because I was blocking stuff and the chat was blocking stuff, so I gave you a home now. We have chat box now. Because I'm on the other side now, I'm mirrored, so I need to get used to that. Hello, Magdalena. Yeah, my heart rate is back again. The game is smaller now, but I hope that will be okay. But we have to trade that for a good chat. Why is chat not working? Something tells me that chat is bugging. There we go. There we go. That looks better. What did I miss after we visited the house on the moor and the guy wasn't home? Oh, okay, let's recap from there. So the guy wasn't home. So basically we decided to find Hobbs Barrow ourselves, and we did some side quests. We talked to a little girl, we helped her find her doll, and we played hide and seek with her. We also, it was more like tag. We got our crate that our assistant sent to us via train. But it was locked in the post office, so we may have broken into that one, into that building. But we have a lantern now, we have a chisel, and we got the information where Hobbs Barrow is from a little girl, because we got her doll, and we promised her not to tell any adult, because nobody is supposed to talk about it. And then we went to Hobbs Barrow and looked at it from the outside. And the guy told us that his brother went there with two men who were not from the village. And his brother went mad and ended his own life because of something that was in Hobbs Barrow. He barricaded it up and then took a rope and took his own life. And then we had a dream, or it wasn't a dream. It was we were told that it's not a dream, and there was a person standing in front of Hobbs Barrow. And they told us that they saved our dad. And our dad, we have seen in a flashback. I'm not sure when it happened that we saw the flashback, but our dad is in a coma in a hospital. We have heard right in the beginning that he's bedridden, but essentially he's in a coma. And we have a lot of fun memories because he is also an excavator like us, but he seemingly went into Hobbs Barrow, and after that he went into a coma for some reason, but he's still alive because of someone we saw in our dreams. Well, we will see what happens after that, because that person said they'll leave us some proof. And I think that book here is the proof they spoke of. They said they would prove that this is not a dream. So let's look at what they left us. That was very detailed. I mean, a recap of what happened the last stream is always good for starting out the day.
There's a strange stone strapped to the cover.
Day 1. Arrived after a decent day's ride from Bakewell. This is a curious place. Locals seem distant. I'm to meet my local contact tomorrow, so it will be an early night for me. I shall try to keep a diary of my stay here and not give up by day 3 of the excavation as usual. Despite the thrill of possible new discoveries, I cannot stop thinking about my dear wife, and I wonder if I should have left her in her current state. I must have faith that she will conquer this bout of illness? Illness. Oh, yeah, it's my cursor. Day 4. True to form, my journal has been abandoned. Let that not speak for the excitement I feel for this excavation. After much preparation, we dig tomorrow, such an exceptional site with a unique history. As for the dangers, we shall meet them head first. We are prepared. I also sought out the local wise woman yesterday. A local wise woman yesterday. And she provided me with a tincture for my beloved's nausea gravidarum. I'm sure she shall be pleased with it upon my return. Is this the diary of our dad? Because the nausea comes from her being pregnant. Because we saw her being pregnant, or I think she was pregnant when she walked with us to the hospital. I remember her looking pregnant. But I don't know, she has never mentioned a brother or a sister. Lo is a place of miracles. A planted seed sprouted before our eyes and illuminated our path. Nature's laws hold no meaning there, but I clutch my tablet with the knowledge that it shall end this. Rho, Theta, Epsilon, Xi. We found the code. Was simply in the singularity of the characters. All eyes must face towards the 7th archontic. When the sun and the 2 moons meet, the guardian shall be defeated. The dead language reveals the path. For thou art the moon, the chief of the stars. Listen to the things that I have said. Follow the words of my mouth. Reveal thyself to me. I heard a whisper, not once, again and again. I will pour out my spirit. I will pour out my spirit. I will pour out my spirit.
It appears to be a journal, full of hogwash. I don't recognize the handwriting.
I don't recognize the handwriting. Okay, then maybe it's
Stanley
not.
knows more about it.
Then maybe it's either the brother that went missing, or not that didn't went missing, but the brother that ended his own life over this excavation site, or that's better. Or it was the third man that we don't know who it is. Well, maybe it's the...
Morning. How's your head, Miss Bateman?
No.
That were quite the tune you treated us to last night.
To be honest, Stanley, I felt better. I take it you slid this journal under my door?
I beg your pardon?
The journal, Stanley.
I certainly did no such thing. Nor could have anyone else. You're the only guest staying here.
What's the meaning of all this? Do you propose that it manifested itself out of thin air?
Well,
He might be telling the truth. At least he might not know.
I'm sorry. I just don't understand how else it could have got there.
Let's talk about the dream
Do you
with
ever
him.
have strange dreams, Stanley?
me? I sleep as sound as a baby.
I had one such dream last night. It was so vivid.
What were it about?
I'd like to hear his thoughts about it.
Barrow,
Oh?
but everything was different. Great peaks soared in the distance. And there was a creature.
A creature, you say?
Yes, a short, robed fellow, eyes as black as pitch. It told me that my father had been there in Hobbs Barrow many years ago, but something went wrong, and the creature helped him escape. It said that I would find proof in the morning.
Oh, the journal. You've had a premonition, lass.
Please, Stanley, I've no time for that nonsense. But I'll admit it's a strange coincidence.
Now, what did I tell you about Hobbs Barrow?
That I should leave it alone?
Aye.
Hogwash.
Your dream reminds me of a story from my childhood. An old folk tale about Hobbs Barrow.
Tell me more
What
about
is
it.
this folk tale you mention?
Well, when I were a wee boy, there were talk of a goblin. They say he lived inside Hobbs Barrow, hence the name, Hobbs Barrow. Hob, coming from hobgoblin, of course. Unfortunately, I don't remember anything else about it.
I was told not to believe in such fairy tales, Stanley.
Don't close your mind to such things, lass. I'm sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you more.
Perhaps, if I ever meet him.
Then let's talk
Are
about
you
the
sure
other
there was no
two
one else
things.
here overnight?
Without doubt.
How very, very peculiar.
So, what does it say inside?
Keep it a secret.
I'd rather not say, Stanley.
Oh, suit yourself.
Yeah.
What do you make of this stone?
That's a funny looking thing. It's got a cockerel on it.
Yes, but have you seen anything like it?
Never.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Good morning, Mr. Kemp.
Good day, Miss Tompkins.
I'm here for his lordship's paper.
Sorry, lass. Mr. Price hasn't dropped them off this morning. I heard he actually left the village yesterday.
Indeed, I can vouch for that.
Ma'am?
Good day.
Oh dear, his lordship won't be pleased.
My sincerest apologies, Miss Tompkins.
I'll come back in a few days. Ta-ra.
Goodbye.
Ah, yeah, right. We saw this lord. It was like, your beauty makes me pause. And then he ran away.
Goodness me, I can't budge it.
Be careful, Miss Bateman. You'll cut yourself. I spent all morning trying to get that bloody thing out. I shall be having words with that scoundrel next time he shows his face.
Curses.
We have our very own Excavation. It's all yours if you can pull it out.
I was
King
waiting for
Arthur.
that. I was waiting for that. Yesterday there was a man who played like with the knife, putting it between his fingers. Like bam, 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 bam. And now the knife is stuck in the table. Let's exit through the front door. And
Right.
see what's
I need
going
to
on.
convince Mr. Bryden to let me excavate Hobbs Barrow and find out where this journal came from.
Okay, that's our quest for today. Ah, right, there's a market
Good
today,
day.
right?
I'm still setting up my stall. Come back later.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep. It's market day today. Can I access the map? Yes, I want to go to Mr. Shoulder's cottage first thing. To see if he's here. But his laundry is still out.
Mr. Shoulder continues to prove himself elusive.
Okay, he's not here. His clothes are still out. Then let's go to Mr. Bryden's farm and talk to this guy once more.
Hello?
Is he already
Is
awake?
anyone home?
They might be working in the fields. It's morning.
Mr. Bryden doesn't seem to be here right now. I should come back a bit later.
Yep, maybe he's working in the fields, but I want to explore. Oh, it's a goat. I was like, what's
Easy girl.
that?
I'm not fond of goats at the best of times, but this one seems particularly disagreeable.
Poor goat is tied up. Yeah, because it wasn't moving, I couldn't comprehend what is lying there, so I was like, is there a dead dog? That's what I saw first.
This is not
I
mine
was
to take.
relieved to find that it's not.
This is not mine to take.
Yeah, you always think of stealing stuff, first things. Yeah. Very good.
The smell
Fields.
of damp soil and rotting vegetation.
Can I go through the gate to Barrow? Is there anything different here?
I must gain Mr. Bryden's permission to excavate.
Okay, we don't have permission. So let's go from top and go through everything. What's here? Attention, Bewley Station is closed for the time being due to track damage between Bewley and Bakewell. We apologize for any inconvenience caused. Midland Railway. Okay, I cannot go back, even if I wanted to. But in theory,
My
that
mother
means...
always told me not to walk on railway tracks.
Well, in theory, that means I can go over the tracks because no train is coming. Because the tracks are damaged. Oh, hello there, Father.
Good morning, Father Roach.
Ah, Miss Bateman, what a pleasure to see you again. Have you tracked down Mr. Shoulder yet?
Don't get me started.
I'll take that as a no.
Indeed.
Tell me about Lord Panswick.
What do you know of Lord Panswick?
Oh yes, a rather important fellow around here. His vast land holdings give many a steady employment.
I hear he is renovating an old chapel on his land.
Aye, I've heard such reports. He believes this to be a godless land, something I wholeheartedly disagree with. To which god his chapel will be dedicated to remains a matter of concern.
Why do you say that?
Oh, my apologies. Don't listen to my oafish conjecture. Let us move on.
Interesting.
What brings you to the square today?
I'm meeting a couple of young congregation members to go over some scripture. You're welcome to join us.
Thank you, Father Roach, but I have quite a busy day ahead of me.
We will be at St. Edmund's, should you wish to join us later.
Maybe there's something interesting to learn
Do you
there
recognize this journal?
about the villagers.
What a tatty old thing. You ought to take better care of your possessions, Miss Bateman.
It's not mine.
Then whose is it?
That's precisely what I'm trying to find out.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I haven't seen it before.
What do you make of this stone?
I don't recognize the symbol from any Christian iconography. Did you make it yourself?
No, never mind. Thanks for your time.
Lord be with you.
Okay, no useful information here. This woman is also not here. The woman who sells cakes. Oh wait, let's go into the church and see if something's here. Nope, let's go. I want to go into the woods. Because the man there said they were men.
Thomasina!
This was not the man I expected
morning,
to be
Arthur.
here.
You look a bit addled. Are you feeling all right?
I am not used to drinking as much as we did.
Aye, my head is pounding.
To tell you the truth, Arthur, I've had a somewhat puzzling morning.
Oh?
Someone slipped this journal under the door of my room.
Whose journal is it?
Headland, what a
I have
word.
no idea.
Yeah.
The text refers to some sort
It seems
of
to be a little bit
excavation.
older
Stanley must be playing
English.
tricks on you.
He swore his innocence. I thought perhaps you might have done it?
No, it wasn't me. That's for certain. Somehow I have a clear memory of last night.
That's surprising.
I wonder who left me this journal then.
Mind if I take a closer look?
Please go ahead.
Maybe he will help me excavate, as my assistant is not with me.
The writings of a madman.
I don't disagree. Did the sketches mean anything to you?
No, Not at all, but they turn me stomach. You might want to show this to Mother Mildred.
Who's Mother Mildred?
Who is Mother Mildred?
Some think her a witch.
A witch?
Aye. She might be able to help you with the symbols.
Where can I find her?
She lives alone in a little cottage within Herne Wood here. You shouldn't have too much trouble finding her.
Thanks, Arthur.
You're welcome.
Okay.
What do you make of this stone?
It's a good
I'll go
shape
find
for
her.
skimming across water. What is it?
I'm not sure. It was strapped to the cover of the journal.
How mysterious.
What do we want to talk about last
I
night?
had a splendid time last night.
Aye. I even remember most of it this time. Thanks for listening to me going on. I really appreciate it.
The feeling is mutual. Thank you too, Arthur.
They seem to be getting along great.
I see the railway station is
I still
closed.
don't like
What
him.
happened?
The
Personally.
line is down. Track damage between Bewley and Bakewell. No trains for a day or more.
Does that mean I'm stranded here?
For the time being, Thomasina.
Capital. Why do people think Mother Mildred is a witch? Just because a woman lives alone in the woods doesn't mean she flies about on a broomstick.
There's more to it than that. They say she lays with demons.
Who are they?
Oh, you know, local folk.
Hogwash.
Some also go to her for
Hogwash.
potions and
The way
spells.
she always says it.
Spells? Come now, Arthur.
Truth be told, she's a nice old lady. I sometimes see her foraging in the brambles around here.
Will she burn at the stake sometime soon?
You might think us backward in Bewley, Thomasina, but we're not that backward.
Sorry, Arthur.
That's good to
I
hear.
only meant to tease. Goodbye.
Ta-ra!
Yeah, I want to go into the wood. I did not think I'm gonna have a flashback right now.
Thomasina, dear, come say goodbye to your father. Come on now,
It's
don't
my
make him
maid.
wait.
I don't want to.
She's
Aren't you going
sad.
to miss me?
I hate you, Daddy.
Those are strong words for such a little lady.
I want to come with you.
We've been through this, little bird. You can't come with me this time, but we'll go to Seaborough next month. I promise. Oh, what a dig that shall be.
I hate you.
Well, I love you. See you soon, little bird.
Oh damn it, they even ended up parting ways in a fight. That's probably the last time she's seen him in a normal state before he went into Hobbs Barrow. Let's not go into the badger's hole. We don't have to. Oh, I want to look at the resin. This is where we couldn't
The resin
continue.
has set somewhat. It's firmly gripped to the stump.
Okay. Maybe we'll need that at some point. Oh, this is... Mrs. Mildred? Can I talk to you?
Please, forgive my intrusion. Are you Mother Mildred?
Some call me that. I prefer Mildred Walker, given as that's my name.
Apologies. Thomasina Bateman. I think we met at Bewley Station.
I take it Panswick's men have cleared off. Good riddance. Those
Yes.
ruffians would cut their own noses off if he asked them to.
I remember.
How's your sightseeing going then?
I...
Save your words, young lady. I know you're no sightseer, and I know exactly why you're in Bewley. You won't get far by lying to me again.
I'm sorry, I
recognised you the moment I laid eyes on you at the station.
beg your pardon.
Oh, yeah, it's quite a striking family resemblance.
She knows my
You
father!
have your father's eyes, Miss Bateman.
You knew my father?
Such piercing blue eyes he had. What a handsome young man, William.
He was here, in Bewley.
Oh, yes. A long time ago, mind. 25 years by my reckoning. But I'll never forget those eyes.
Tell me about it. Please. Go on.
Why was my father in Bewley?
You were helping Samuel Bryden excavate Hobbs Barrow.
You must be jesting.
Do I look like I'm jesting?
How did you come to meet my father?
One might say I have a reputation in these parts. Folks from all around come to me for help with their ailments. Hernwood is abundant with flora that, if mixed correctly, will cure almost any ill. Your father must have caught wind of this, as one day he came to me, asking for a cure.
A cure for what?
Your mother were with child, and she was suffering the most terrible nausea.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I made something to help her.
Adam?
The journal.
Is this the-
This was
is this
entered
our brother?
in the journal. It belongs to my father.
What journal?
Let's tell her about the journal.
Take a look at this. A passage recalls meeting a local wise woman to seek a tincture for his beloved's nausea gravidarum.
Aye, that's me. I made the tincture for him.
This is incredible.
You don't recognise your own father's handwriting?
It's been so many years since I've seen it.
Okay, so the explanation is that it didn't change, but she
What do you make of the
doesn't
stone?
remember it. I guess
I-A-W. I haven't a clue. Perhaps it's an old folk trinket, or a talisman of some kind. The moors are steeped in folklore.
yeah, okay.
What can you tell me about the excavation?
She
Well,
probably
not
would have
much.
answered
I only
differently
met
if
your
she
father
knew it
twice.
was strapped to
The
the
last
journal.
time he asked me if I knew anything about binding magic.
Binding magic.
He said he needed it for the excavation.
Hogwash. My father is a man of logic and reason. Why would he be asking about such nonsense?
Perhaps you don't know him as well as you think you do. Anyway, I know nothing of magic and told him so. He seemed disappointed. I never saw him again. But I understand the excavation went ahead. Samuel Bryden hanged himself not long after. Reason enough for you to stay well clear of that place.
What happened after the
You
excavation?
never saw my father again after the excavation.
No, I always assumed he just went home.
Who excavated Hobbs Barrow alongside Samuel Bryden and my father?
From memory, it were just the two of them.
That's interesting because
Charles Bryden mentioned there was a
Yeah.
third man involved in the excavation.
Is that so? Well, you best ask him about it. He knows more than I do.
did he say
What
what
do
he
you think
needed?
my father meant by binding
Binding
magic?
I've no idea. He didn't explain more, and I didn't wish to pry.
This just doesn't sound like my father at all.
You'll have to ask him yourself.
I'm afraid my father has been incapacitated since I was a child. He cannot speak nor move.
Terrible. Oh, I'm sorry.
You said that the flora here could cure almost any ill.
Almost, my dear. But your father's affliction sounds beyond my abilities.
The landlord of the Plough and Furrow told me about a folk tale associated with Hobbs Barrow. Something about a goblin. Are you familiar with it?
No doubt there is such a tale. Name any beastie you can think of, and someone round here will have a story about it.
My thoughts precisely.
Can you tell me about Leonard's
Can
shoulder?
you tell me anything about Leonard's shoulder?
I know of him, as is the nature of such a small town. I also know he invited you here.
Little escapes you, Miss Walker.
So they say. My path rarely crosses with his. Let's put it that way. But he's a nice enough fellow.
I see.
Interesting.
Do you know Lord Panswick?
That was
I know his
interesting
labourers
how
make
he
a mess of
says,
these woods.
how she
brutes.
says it.
The man himself hasn't graced me with his presence.
You've never met him?
Not since he were a wee lad. A maid brought him to me with a sore stomach. It were all the rich food they were feeding him. Nowt more.
Thank you for your help, Miss Walker.
Okay.
What are those berries you're picking?
An ancient breed, no good for eating. However, they do have some medicinal qualities.
Interesting.
I see.
Tell me about it.
What are those berries you're picking?
However,
I see.
That's her door, right? We cannot go in there.
I shouldn't enter uninvited.
Yeah, okay.
Miss Bateman,
Yes.
remember what I told you
What?
when we first met? You're better off waiting for the next train back to the city.
Why?
Something terrible happened to Samuel Bryden in that barrow. Whatever they found down there, I'd wager it got to your father too. Tell me you won't disturb Hobbs Barrow.
I can't make that promise, Mildred.
Can't say I didn't warn you. There is something unnatural about that place.
We must seek to understand the world by rational means, Ms. Walker. One cannot abandon reason.
Another flashback. Already.
Thomasina! Thomasina, come here this instant.
I'm playing with Josephine.
She can wait. This is very important.
Oh, okay, I can move.
What is it, Mummy?
It's your father.
Daddy's home?
No, my dear. I must go to Bakewell with haste. Miss Bowes will look after you whilst I'm gone. Is that clear?
Where's Daddy?
He's had an accident.
What happened?
He's come off his horse.
Silly Daddy. Will he be all right?
Of course he will be fine. Your father is as strong as an ox. But I
Okay,
need to
she
go
didn't tell
collect
him.
All right?
Can't
Yeah,
I
she
come
didn't tell
too?
her.
No, dear. Miss Bowes will look after you.
But I want to come.
Go pick up your dolls, then come inside. All right?
Yes, Mummy. Josephine, it's time to go inside now.
Okay. Are you mad at me
Where did
again?
Mummy go?
No, doesn't seem that way. So she's not gonna talk about it? Okay.
I helped him then, and I can help him again.
What was that? Was she yawning and that's why we saw him? Let's just go. Okay. Wait. Is this... It's Arthur Tillett, okay.
Arthur, you won't believe it. The journal belongs to my father. He was here in Bewley. Arthur? Hello?
Is he out of it? I thought at first he was peeing,
Sorry,
so
I'm trying to remember something.
that's why I didn't want to talk to him.
What is it?
I'm not sure. Something in the woods. It will come back to me. You say your father were in Bewley?
Yes! Mildred said that he helped Samuel Bryden excavate Hobbs Barrow 25 years ago.
Well, I'll be. Let's talk about it tonight at the plough.
Let's
Arthur,
talk to
I
him.
must tell you about the dream I had. I was at Hobbs Barrow and there was a creature. It told me it saved my father from something inside and that I would find proof of this in the morning.
You also
Sure
thought he was
enough,
peeing?
when
Yeah,
I
it
awoke,
looks that
the
way.
journal was in my room. Mildred confirmed the journal belonged to my father. The creature told me it could help my father again. I mean, it was merely a dream. I don't know what to think anymore. Arthur?
He
Arthur, are
seems
you
really
listening?
out of it.
Fine then, we'll talk later.
Something
I
about
hope you piece together your memories.
this screen, like there was also the father who had like an episode there. Oh, hello. Another flashback? No.
Hello, dear.
Good day.
Isn't this...
I believe we've met.
Miss Thomasina Bateman, the famous antiquarian.
My reputation precedes me.
I can assure you it does.
I
And
guess
you
he's
are?
the Lord.
James.
Such a rational lady, she sure gets a lot of strange dreams. Yeah, she sure does.
Are you a painter?
You see this beck before you? Look at the water. See how it tumbles and falls. I seek one spot on which my eyes can rest, be it a stone or a small corner of the current. I meet it with my gaze, and out of the tumbling and falling, a new land rises. I see a new world.
You certainly have the eloquence of an artist. What are you painting?
A new world.
Quite the ambition.
Indeed, my ambition knows no bounds.
Can I see it?
Not yet. It's not finished. Such a world is not complete without you in it.
You flatter me, James.
Nonsense. Say you'll let me paint you.
Why not? Let's entertain him. He might be the Lord and might be
Why not?
helpful.
Magnificent. You shall be the shining star of my new world.
I don't really have the time now, though. Perhaps later?
Don't fret, my dear. When the time comes, I shall call on thee.
Capital.
Can you tell me
What do you
about
make of this stone?
stone?
It looks antique. You might want to keep a hold of it.
Do you know,
Do you know
Fox
about
Barrow?
Hobbs Barrow?
I'd like to know more about you, Thomasina. What time do you like to rise in the morning?
He really
How do you
avoided
like
that
your tea?
question.
What makes you happy?
Tell the truth. A little flirting doesn't hurt. Lie, he asks too many questions. Money, you look a little stuck. I do look a little stuck. I did not see that. It backed out again. No. Come on. Tiny Monday, yes, Tiny Monday. And now you can see that I'm looking in a different direction than usual. Okay, now that should be around the same. Like that? Yes. Like, the last message does not appear really well. Or like last two messages. Like, something about chat is still off. But I need to live with it for now, I think. Should we flirt with James or not? I mean, he hasn't actually done anything really weird to us like Arthur did in his drunk state.
Well,
Sure.
I like to rise early and watch the sunrise.
With your husband, I'm sure.
No, I'm currently unentangled.
Such a view should be shared with at least a lover.
Do you deem yourself fit for this position?
Indubitably. But do go on. How do you like your tea?
Hot, with just a splash of milk.
No sugar, of course.
No sugar.
It rots the teeth. Your smile is as dazzling as the Himalayan snow.
Oh, James.
And finally, what makes you happy?
Spending time with my father.
Indubitably
I should
sounds
like
so
to meet him.
Perhaps you will.
pretentious.
And you, James?
Do you
I
mean
can pose the same
pretentious?
queries to you.
I have never
All in
heard of
good time.
pretentious.
My truths will surround you in good time.
But as English is not my native language, that would make sense that I don't know a lot of words. Like these how do you say it? Big words. Big words, tiny brain. Indubitably is not a word that I have in my active vocabulary. I kind of understand. Like, I know what it means in the context that we had it right now, but like, I wouldn't be able to say it without any prompt. Yeah, it's pretentious. Yeah, okay. Yeah. James might know something about Leonard Short. We haven't asked him before.
Leonard's shoulder?
A man of Bewley?
Yes.
I care not for the men of Bewley, only for the visitors.
Okay, now you're a creep.
What do you know of Lord Panswick?
A fine gentleman. Now that is someone who commands respect.
Do you know him personally?
No, I don't think anyone can really claim that. But what a tiring subject. Shall we discuss something a little more exciting?
Goodbye.
See you soon, my dear.
Okay, this is Lord Panswick. Indubitably is not really a word that's still used. Yeah, I guess so. But like stuff like the word elated is not something that I think about in daily conversation enough. Like I'm just very happy and I don't use words like that often, but it would be good for my vocabulary to know more of words like that. Like words that are still used but are still higher vocabulary, I'd say. Like I don't know if you get what I mean if I say it like that. Words that are not regularly used, but like it would be good to know them because I have that extensive vocabulary in German,
Hello?
but I would love to have it in English as well. Ah, yeah, I like those kind of words. It's fun to use them every once in a while. It is, so I really want to have more of them in my active vocabulary. Like, I understand them when I hear them,
Excuse me,
but
sir.
I cannot use them actively
Did you
that
see
much.
a young girl with blonde hair pass by here?
No, lass. Here you are. Are you Thomasina Bateman?
He seems to be eyeing me up.
That's my name.
How marvellous. It's me, Leonard Shoulder.
Heavens, I'd given up on finding
Nice.
you.
Please take a seat, Miss Bateman. We have much to discuss.
Yeah, we do. Why weren't you there? Why did you run away?
Proven to be quite the enigma, Mr. Shoulder.
I'm mortified. I offer you 1,000 apologies. You see, I've been bound to me bed these past few days with a terrible fever.
How dreadful.
It didn't
Take
seem
you're
that
feeling
way when
better
he
now?
ran away.
I were on me way to find you when I stopped here to catch me breath. I've not much go in me these days.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I were worried you'd have given up on me and left town.
I had no idea what had become of you, Mr. Shoulder. I spent a good amount of time pounding on your front door.
I'm embarrassed, I really am. I've been doing my best to sleep through the fever. I am so very sorry. Please accept my apology, Miss Bateman.
Fine, Mr. Shoulder. I've come all this way. Let us speak of the business at hand.
Marvellous.
Yeah, let's put it behind us.
I've just learned that my father was part of a previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow some 25 years ago. Why didn't you mention this in your letter?
What? Where did you hear that?
I have my means.
I swear, Miss Bateman, I had no idea.
I take it you will also deny delivering me my father's journal?
I'm confused. What journal?
My father's journal was slipped under my door at the Plough and Furrow. It wasn't you who did this.
I've been bound to me bed, lass. What an extraordinary coincidence. You are following in your father's footsteps.
It would seem so, Mr. Shoulder.
Okay, tell me about the
Why
letters,
did
the
you
content.
invite me to excavate Hobbs Barrow?
I've always been curious about the colourful folklore surrounding the place. My father told me all sorts of stories about it when I were a wee
Shoulder's a
fellow.
funny last name.
Stories that
It
some folk around
is.
here take a little
It
too
is.
seriously. Especially after those lads entered the Barrow a while back.
Maybe at some point the naming would make sense. Maybe there's something like the developers are hinting at, or it's just a weird name so that it's easier to remember for players.
How did you know about me?
I saw your interview in the Bakewell Times. A young lady travelling about the land, digging up barrows. Perfect for the job.
But why do you wish to excavate the barrow?
I want to see what those lads found in there. My curiosity has grown over the years. Now it is time for the mystery to be solved.
I must say I am rather eager to find out what's in there myself. I've managed to find Hobbs Barrow, but Mr. Bryden is yet to give me permission to excavate.
Is that so? Keep trying. You'll relent eventually.
Perhaps you could have a word with him.
Oh no. A lovely young lass such as yourself has a better chance of changing his mind than a shaky old goat like me.
You told me in your letter there would be no issue gaining access to the barrow.
I didn't foresee any when I wrote to you. I'm sorry this has been more complicated than anticipated. Don't give up yet, Miss Bateman. Keep trying with Mr. Bryden.
Okay, can you tell me about my father? Do you know anything?
I don't believe so. What's his name?
William Bateman. He was in Bewley for at least a few days, from my understanding.
I'm sorry, lass. The name doesn't ring a bell.
Are you sure you had no idea of my father's involvement in the previous
There's a bird.
excavation?
I'm quite sure. A most fascinating coincidence, but nothing more than that.
I'm starting to wonder if it's more than mere coincidence, Mr. Shoulder.
Miss Bateman, I did not take you for a credulous individual.
None of the sort.
What do you know about the previous
What
excavation?
can you tell me about the previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow?
Oh, it were 25 years ago, or thereabout. Back then, Bewley were undergoing a period of great strife. Samuel Bryden hadn't harvested a single crop for 2 seasons. Even Hernwood was sick. Berries went to rot almost as quickly as they grew. Folks started to believe the ground were blighted. Disease spread through the livestock too. People were
So a
going
famine?
hungry, a panic set in.
That sounds terrible.
Aye, but I managed to keep myself fed. These things happen in nature, but the blame for it all fell on Hobbs Barrow. It were long said that a goblin made his
Interesting.
home there. A rumour took root that the goblin were not best pleased with the villagers. In revenge for some unperceived slight, the goblin placed a curse on the soil itself. The villagers believed that ridding the barrow of its lodger would put an end to it all.
Hogwash. My father would have paid no heed to such tales.
Whether it were his intent to join the excavation when coming here, I do not know. But whatever it were that Samuel Bryden and those lads did inside that barrow, people say it did the trick. The crops started to grow back, and health returned to the livestock. Bewley were no longer in the grip of dark forces. You must understand, folk here are a superstitious lot. They don't want you disturbing whatever it were those lads did. As far as the villagers are concerned, the problem were fixed.
At the cost of
Another
at least 2
excavation
people's
must be conjuring panic that you'll
well-being.
undo whatever it were they did.
This does explain a lot.
And it's also why I'd venture nobody around here wants you to touch the place.
Except for you.
I want to know what's there.
Surely you don't believe these tales of goblins and curses to be true?
Not at all. However, I suspect those lads did find something in the barrow. But did it have any connection to failing crops and dying livestock? No. I can assure you there's nothing to fear. Coincidence reigns supreme.
You,
So what do you
another
think
bird.
they found?
That is for us to discover, Miss Bateman.
Who was the third man who joined my father and Mr. Bryden on the excavation?
I'm afraid I don't know. Although I'd heard about the excavation and I were intrigued by it, I mostly stayed at home during that time. The atmosphere in the village was rather too tense for me liking. And besides, the excavation were undertaken with an air of mystery about it.
Well, it's a lot of dialogue choices. Yes, but it was expected that if we meet Mr. Shoulder, we will have a lot to talk about with him. Oh yeah, what did you have to do to get your capture card working on Mac? Actually, someone from Discord helped me. And I had some software of Elgato missing. And I did already had the software installed at some point, but it didn't work. Because I had to set some... change some setting in there, and I did not know that, because I have no experience with it. And, well, I mean... I did manage to crash my OBS with it by trying to fix the problem by deleting and reinstalling OBS, so all of my stuff was gone. So I started again and made everything new. I need to get used to looking in the other direction. Or I need to change up the scene again. Yeah, but... thanks to the Discord, I can now use the capture card finally, and like I probably should check out, like try out how to fix chat better, because like I don't like that it's it doesn't really show the last message, and that's why yeah, I still need to fix that. And after that there's something that I need to announce, but I want to have everything fixed with the Switch first before I'll announce that project, so please wait for that. I probably try to fix chat tomorrow, like properly do some test stream or something, and then if everything works, you'll see the announcement on the main channel. If it's not for this channel, it's for the other channel. But let's continue. Can you tell me announcement? Announcement. A little project that's coming up on the Switch. And we'll see how it goes. Let's see if everything works out the way I planned it.
Tell me more of this folklore you mention.
It is said that Hobbs Barrow is home to a goblin. Everyone in Bewley has some version or another of this story. But the version my father told me as a child described the Barrow as a thin place. The goblin were deemed to be the guardian of this so-called thin place.
There was mention of a guardian.
Tell me more about this goblin.
Some said he were a mischievous little mite, snatching newborn lambs and smashing windows with pebbles. Others said he were friendly, there to lend a helping hand in times of strife. The latter of which makes it all the more surprising as to why the previous excavation took place. My father's stories put the goblin in the mischievous category. Saxnot, he called the creature. I recall one such anecdote, that Saxnot entered Bewley and ordered a pair of boots to be made by the cobbler. However, when collecting them, he insisted on paying for them with a bag of sow's teeth. The cobbler was so scared of angering the goblin that he accepted.
A colourful tale indeed, Mr. Shoulder. Has any explanation been offered for why this Saxnot cursed the soil?
Your guess is as good as mine, lass.
What's a thin place?
Thin place?
A place where one can walk between worlds, where the flesh meets the spirit world.
That
This
would
superstition, of course, as you will know.
explain, like, where the mind goes. Weird. Goes
I had
mad.
a peculiar dream last night. I met a creature at Hobbs Barrow. I suppose you might say it was a goblin. It told me it had saved my father from trouble inside Hobbs Barrow. I'll admit the coincidence of this is somewhat astounding.
A remarkable coincidence, but nothing more than that.
But there is still one thing that puzzles me. The goblin told me proof of its claims would await me in the morning. Surely enough, I awoke to find that my father's journal had appeared in my room.
Very queer indeed.
Mr. Shoulder, you invited me here, to a town I'd never heard of, only for me to discover that my own father was here 25 years before. And not only that, but that he was also embroiled in some sort of superstitious hysteria which goes against everything he ever taught me. Something is wrong here. This must be more than mere coincidence.
It's strange, I'll give you that. But please remember who you are, Miss Bateman.
Yes.
This is my father's journal.
Incredible. Can I look inside?
You may.
Look at these drawings. Wonder what it all means.
You and
We'll
I both.
find
It all feels
out in the
very
Hobbs
out
Barrow.
of character for my father.
I'm sure you'll find the answers beneath the soil, Miss Bateman.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping.
What do you make of this strange stone?
A carving of a cockroach.
It may be a key or
It
something.
was strapped to my father's journal. Do you think it could have something to do with the previous excavation?
Possibly, though I'm not aware of the motif having any meaning around these parts.
Is this your glove?
I've been looking all over for that. Where did you find it?
In the alley behind the plough and furrow on the night of my arrival. Were you there?
As I say, I've been bedbound for several days, Miss
That
Bateman.
is...
How odd.
Can I please have it back?
Here.
Thank you.
It's very interesting that he wasn't there, but somebody who looked
We're peas
a
of
little
the
bit
same pod, Miss
like
Bateman.
him was there and ran
I
away.
knew you wouldn't be frightened by a few old stories. It will be interesting to see what those lads found in there.
Certainly.
Thank you so very much for responding to me letter and for coming here.
Well-
we have some great discoveries to make, you and I.
I sincerely hope
We
so.
do need to get
And
permission.
a chance to follow in your father's footsteps. Right, time for me to shift
Let's
these
go,
old
let's go,
bones.
let's go.
To take me a spot of the ploughing furrow. I'll be there all night should you need me assistance.
Thank you, Mr. Shoulder.
Yes,
I'm
please.
sorry again for giving you the runaround. I promise I am not beyond redemption. I won't let you down again. See you soon.
I sure hope so. But we need permission now. Let's
I'm
go.
starting to wonder if Mr. Shoulder even existed.
Huh? Wait. We just talked to him for like quite a few minutes. And we wondering if he actually exists? Huh? Why? I don't understand this.
The day was starting to test me. The word coincidence felt insufficient to explain what was happening. It was after that first conversation with Leonard Shoulder that I started entertaining thoughts of a truly irrational nature.
Okay.
What if my dream wasn't just a dream? What if it was all more than simple coincidence? What if that thing really could help my father?
Oh, hello there, little girl.
Good day, little one. Hello? What's this? A fiddle bow? There's no string.
Let's introduce myself first. Let's be
My
polite.
name is Thomasina. What's yours? Don't be shy. I don't mean you any harm.
Maybe she cannot talk.
What are you doing out here all alone on the moors? Do you live here? Would you like me to fix your bow so you can play your fiddle again? Yes?
It seems like she can understand, but
Hey!
she isn't able to speak.
Most peculiar. Perhaps I can mend the bow for her.
Maybe
If
she'll talk
memories
then.
of my childhood violin lessons serve me right, bowstring is made from animal hair coated in a waxy resin. The strings don't vibrate without it.
Well, we know where the resin is. We just need animal hair. Over here's just Mr. Shoulder's house. And now his clothes are gone. Oh, I've no more places. Let's go to Mr. Bryden's farm. Maybe we can talk to him again now. Maybe time has passed. This game seems pretty interesting so far. Definitely curious what's inside this barrel. I'm interested what's inside this barrel too.
Mummy?
What's going on? Why is she burning
Get
stuff?
away from the fire, Thomasina.
What are you burning?
Nothing. Just waste. Now go inside.
Is she burning the diary of Dad?
Abrax.
Abrax.
Mummy, what is this?
Waste! Burn it!
He's out. Mr. Bryden. My father was here.
Good day, Mr. Bryden.
Miss,
I...
I'll stop you there. I know what you're going to ask. No, I haven't changed my mind. There'll be no digging here, lass.
Mr. Bryden, allow me to explain. There has been an astonishing development this morning.
Yes?
My father was with your brother during the excavation.
Oh,
Yes. Can you believe it? I had no idea he had been here.
the answer's still no, lass. I saw what happened to poor Samuel. I won't risk the same happening to anyone else.
But
That's enough now. You can feast your eyes on that hovel to your heart's content, but there'll be no digging.
How can we convince him?
No questions. I'm not interested.
But-
Off.
Let's maybe try to fix the bow first. Maybe that will help. Animal hair. Maybe I can pick some stuff up from... I mean... Do I have a scissor in the crate?
perhaps I have something in here that could help me get the knife
The knife!
unstuck.
If I have the knife, I can get some
No, there's
hair
nothing
from the
useful
horse and mend the bow with it. Because I think I remember... I didn't listen to what she said. I think I remember it's made from horse hair, isn't it?
Horsehair would make fine bowstring.
Don't?
She almost took my head off.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Perhaps I have something in here that could help me get the knife. No, there's nothing useful here.
Nothing useful, okay. Can I find a crowbar somewhere? There's nothing. Wait, there's a door I can knock on. I didn't know that. Are the children here?
Nobody home. The road disappears over the horizon. I see nothing but moorland.
So I can still not go here somewhere. Is the market open now? No. Do you maybe have a crowbar that I can borrow?
Good day.
Hey up.
There's a stuck knife.
I'm having some trouble extricating a knife from a table in the plough and furrow. Might I borrow a pair of pliers?
A knife, you say? I can get that out for you.
That's very kind of you, Mr. Crozier.
Think nothing of it. Wait here.
Thank you. That solves the problem.
That were a struggle. Here you are.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Let's talk about the
Look
other
at this,
stuff.
Mr. Crozier. It's my father's journal.
Oh, aye? Why are you showing me?
Did you slip it under my door last night?
Ha! Have you gone daft? Why would I have
You have
your
to use the
father's journal?
cursor
Never
with the
mind.
switches
Do the
joystick.
sketches
Yes.
inside mean anything
It's
to
kind of
you?
annoying
Looks like a load
because
of
it's hard
rubbish
to
me.
aim.
I found out my father visited
Method.
Bewley 25 years ago. William Bateman, perhaps you remember him?
I would have been just a lad. What were you here for?
That's what I intend to find out.
Like, I get it for like normal walk around, like aiming at stuff. Like, it's not that easy to aim it perfectly. But why do I have to do it for this here? Like, why is it not a up down, like this one being the first one, and then if you go down. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, without the cursor, just like within the box.
What do you make of this stone?
Like normally.
Don't look like
It looks hard to be
me.
precise. It is. Especially when you need to touch a matchbox that is like 2 pixels big.
Are you familiar with any local folklore?
Oh, aye.
It should be just selection. Yeah.
Some rat stories.
Yeah, it
Swore
would be
he
easier
sold
with
a
that.
pair of boots to a goblin when he were a young man.
A goblin, you say? I take it this cobbler was a regular at the Plough and Furrow?
Never drank a day in his life. Sober as a judge. Have you been to the Devil's Toe?
Yes, I'm familiar with the cairn.
Some say they've seen the goblin's daughter there, playing her fiddle.
How peculiar. I met a girl near there earlier. She gave me this broken
That's interesting.
fiddle bow.
Ha! Well, you've experienced the local folklore firsthand then, lass.
That
Do you
is
know
interesting.
any other stories about this goblin?
I don't have the time to be standing here gossiping about old wives' tales.
Apologies.
The goblin is called
Does the name
Saxon.
Saxnot mean anything to you?
Never heard of it. What is it?
Never mind. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
I have a knife now, so let's get back to the horse. Walking, by the way, I also do with like pointing the cursor somewhere and then pressing A. Like, I do everything with the cursor. The fiddle bow? No, I need the knife.
I could certainly use the knife to cut some hair from her tail, but I'm gonna have to gain her trust unless I want a hoof to the nose.
Okay. Definitely seems more like a mouse kind of game. Yes. But I wasn't aware of it when I got it for the Switch. And I wanted to try something, like, I wanted to have a game on the Switch that I can try out before playing a different game. You'll probably see on Friday. That game is not... That game is also optimated for handheld use, which I cannot do for streaming, but we'll get by. When will she be set up? Why can I walk through her?
Still setting up my stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's probably her horse. Maybe I get a carrot from here? Let's talk to the people here.
You found old Leonard, I see.
Yes, finally.
Let's talk
I've had
about the
some
people.
rather unbelievable news, Stanley.
Oh? Remarkable.
Quite the coincidence, is it not?
Remarkable.
So we
Just
told him that our father
Do you
was
recall
here.
my father from back then?
I'm afraid not. Those were my droving days, you see. I didn't spend much time in Bewley.
Right, he's
But
here
an interesting
since
turn of
16
events
years.
nonetheless.
Or for 16 years now. Like
What
16
do you
years
know
ago
of
he came
Mother
here.
Mildred?
I'll tell you what I know about Mother Mildred. She wants locking up.
How so?
She owes me a small fortune on her tab from years ago. Do remind her next time you see her, won't you?
I'd rather not get involved if you don't
I
mind.
thought he
Careful
would
who you
say
trust,
that
Miss
she's
Bateman.
crazy, but I guess not. I guess he has a real reason to want to
Who
lock
is
her
Miss
up.
Tompkins?
A housemaid in the employ of Panswick Manor. She comes by to pick up his lordship's weekly paper.
I'm surprised newspapers are available in Bewley.
Aye, his lordship gets what he wants.
Lord
Seems that
Panswick
way.
likes to keep up with affairs from outside of Bewley.
Aye, he has many interests around the country.
What sort of interests?
His lordship's affairs are his own business.
Does the name Saxnot mean anything to you?
No, I can't say it does.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
if that person drawing is actually Lord Penswick, and I would get him to do me a favor, he may be able to convince Mr. Brighton? What's his name? Brighton? Convince the farmer that I want to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
Hello
Let's
there.
Yes.
go to him again. Maybe. After I talk to
My
that
name
man.
is Thomasina. What's yours?
So I can talk
Ted.
about the horse
Ted
with him.
Cross.
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise.
Are you a local, Mr. Cross?
Oh no, I'm just passing through. I'm a musician. Just myself, me guitar and me horse.
It's his horse. A horse is interesting to me.
Is that your horse stationed in the alley?
Aye, Thistlecrack is her name.
That's an unusual name for a horse.
Aye, it were what she were called when I bought
Oh.
her. Glutton would be a better name. She likes her treats. But it feels wrong to change it.
Are
I
you a
need to
travelling
get some
musician?
treats from
Aye,
somewhere.
I've been playing a new song tonight. I've just finished the lyrics.
What's it about?
You'll have to come listen.
What do you make
Maybe
of
I will.
Bewley?
Can't say that I know much about this place. I don't usually travel this far south.
I see.
Okay, have you heard of Hobbs Barrow before?
Have you
But
heard of a
he's not
place
local.
called Hobbs Barrow?
Can't say I have, miss. What is it?
Never mind. Thank you for your time.
Make sure you watch my performance later, won't you?
I'll try.
Let's see. So I want to go to the Lord again. Oh wait, no, I want to check out this place before I go. If there's anything that has changed.
I don't need to go in there again.
Okay. So nothing's here right now. Then over here. No, I don't want to go in here. I want to go here. Maybe I can let the Lord draw me. Flirt with him a little and maybe he'll do me a favor.
Good day, James.
My dear.
Let's do the painting.
How is your painting coming along?
Quite well, but it needs more work. I'm aching to show you, but I must restrain myself.
Goodbye.
See you soon, my dear.
Can I be a model?
Good day, James.
My dear.
No.
Goodbye.
See you soon, my dear.
Maybe I can already get the resin, but it's really stuck to stone. Oh, there's a fox. And away he went.
The resin has set somewhat. It's firmly gripped to the stump.
Huh. Maybe I also need something to get it off.
I can't think of anything else to talk about right now.
Can I get some berries for the horse?
What are those berries you're picking?
An ancient, however, they do.
I see.
Where could I get a treat for the horse? Maybe at the market once the market has opened up? I don't have money. Where could I get treat for the horse? Let's see if I can pick up some flowers or something edible from there. Back.
The water is icy cold.
Ice cold water. Okay, interesting. And the shrub. Can I pick it?
The delicate flowers smell rather sweet.
I want to pick something up and you talk about it. I don't want to have you talk about it and you want to steal it. Why? Can I use the knife to...
No,
cut it?
that's not it.
The... like, shovel?
No, that won't work.
It will work if you just let me. You don't want to, that's the problem. That looks like a horse. To me, that looks like a horse. But I don't think the horse will like the stone. Where can I get a treat for the horse? I don't have a cake and she's not... Why do I always go into the church? Is there anything... Anything in the graveyard? No. Maybe from the farm? Oh, hello.
Hello, Wally.
Go away! You gave the door back to my sister.
It wasn't very nice
did.
of you to bury her favourite toy, Wally.
I gave it to the fair folk, and you stole it back from them.
You don't really believe in fairies, do you? You're old enough to know better.
They're real, and thanks to you, I'm cursed.
There's no such thing as curses either, Wally.
Go away!
There's a raven.
This is
Open the
where I dug up
mushrooms.
Jane's ragdoll.
Can I pick up a worm?
You're coming with me, little fellow. I shall name you Kenneth.
Let's get some worms.
I've already taken one.
Okay, I only need one, seemingly. Do I need a
This is
mushroom
where
as
I dug
well?
up Jane.
No. Do you have something for a horse?
No questions. I'm not interested.
But
Off with you.
Okay. Let's explore further. Where haven't I been? I'm guessing I get the treat for the horse from the woman. But I need time to progress. Can I talk to anyone here? Haven't I talked? Wait, I haven't talked to Leonard Shoulder.
hello again, Mr. Shoulder.
Miss Bateman.
Oh.
I've still not been able to gain permission to excavate from Mr. Bryden.
Is that so? Perhaps you could show him something that might change his mind.
That is interesting.
I've still not been able to gain permission to excavate.
Yes, perhaps.
He repeats himself.
What else can you tell me?
Try not to worry yourself too. Leave those.
Have others spoken of goblins appearing in their dreams?
A dream is
Is
a
this
dream.
new or has
that
he
is all.
said this
They merely
before?
make for good stories.
I know.
But to answer your question, no, not to my knowledge.
Thank you for your time.
Aye, Miss Bateman. We will speak more later.
But that's interesting. Maybe with this information I can give the stone to him. I just need to do it differently. Instead of talking to him, I need to give it to him. The stone. Use it with Mr. Bryden.
What do you make of this stone, Mr. Bryden? It was strapped to my father's journal.
Wait a minute. Let me see that. By God. Wait here a moment. I need to get something from inside.
I
That's
waited for
good.
what felt like an age. I now realise that
Okay.
Mr. Bryden must have been in a great debate with himself, wondering whether or not to share his own piece of the mystery with me. The goat stared at me, seemingly in pity, as I stood there in that rolling fog. Finally, Mr. Bryden emerged.
So time has passed.
Now then, as far as I know, what I have here is the only thing that Samuel brought back from Barrow. Take a look.
So on my was a
Incredible.
horse.
A pair.
And on his a pair of
That's been in my drawer
snakes.
ever since Samuel passed. I suppose it might be important, so I kept it safe.
That's interesting.
Fate
And that
is
says
clearly playing a part in
C-A-Z.
your arrival, lass.
Please, Mr. Bryden, allow me to excavate Hobbs Barrow, a place that is no more than dirt and stone.
You're not gonna give up, are you, lass?
I'm not.
Nope.
Samuel managed to say one thing about those men that helped him. I think it's time I tell you.
Yes?
He stuttered out that one of those fellows could barely walk after they got out of there. Tongue-tied too, the man were.
My father.
You what?
My father. He had an accident around 25 years ago that left him bedbound and unable to talk.
Aye, could be him.
My mother told me it happened in a horse riding accident.
Samuel boarded up that barrow for a reason. Something unnatural occurred, I know it.
Mr. Bryden, we must rely on our rational faculties to explain any...
Promise me you'll be careful. Any sign
will.
of trouble, leave without hesitation and we board that accursed place up again. Understood?
Wait.
Yes.
You're giving me permission to excavate?
I will.
Aye. Against me better judgment. I don't have the energy to stop.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I am grateful.
Don't make me regret my decision. Take Samuel's stone.
Are you sure?
Aye. Give it back to me when you're finished, though.
I promise. Thank you. I'll be sure to show you my discoveries, Mr. Bryden.
We finally.
Now then, I've got things to get on with.
I don't suppose you can spare any labour to help me with the dig?
Don't push your luck, lass. Market's on
Why
today.
are you asking?
Plenty of able-bodied men about. Ta-ra now.
And like that, I
We got
finally
permission!
had permission to excavate Hobbs. As exciting as that was, I was distracted by what Mr. Bryden said of his brother's associate. There was no doubt in my mind that father was the stricken man he spoke of.
But what happened
You
to the
told
third
me
man?
he was crippled after coming off his horse. Why did you lie to me? To protect me? To stop me from following in his footsteps? You failed. And so did Charles Bryden. He should have said no. You should have never given me that stone.
What happened to me? Let's go to the village square. Time has passed, so she may have set up.
Tins of corned beef. Ghastly.
Oh. She doesn't have anything that I'm interested in. But he has
Good day.
apples.
Freshly picked apples, miss.
Yay,
Would
the
you
store
like
is
to try
open.
one
Yes,
on the
it's
outside?
open, finally.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Here you are, miss.
The apple looks somewhat rotten. It's riddled with holes.
But a horse might like it. There's a pie seller.
Can I interest you in a pie? Finest mutton in all the county. 2p each.
No, thank you.
You're missing out.
Sheep. And there's someone, Miss Tompkins.
Hello, Miss Tompkins.
From the Lord.
We weren't introduced earlier. My name is Thomasina.
Ma'am?
Tell me about yourself. You work for the
How do you
Lord,
fare,
right?
Miss Tompkins?
I'm waiting for Mr. Ambrose. Have you seen him?
Who's that?
The milkman. Ms. Fenchurch will be ever so cross if I've no milk for his lordship.
I'm afraid I haven't seen him.
Can you tell me
You
about
are in
Lord
the employ
Penswick?
of Lord Panswick.
Aye, he employs half a Bewley in one way or another.
I'm in need of some help for my excavation. Do you think his lordship could lend me some of his labourers?
Maybe.
Might you introduce me to him?
Sorry, Ma'am, but his lordship doesn't take visitors. Any road, I must wait here for Mr. Ambrose. Ms. Fenchurch will be ever so cross.
Yeah, okay.
If Mr. Ambrose doesn't turn up, and I find you some milk, would you be able to introduce me to Lord Panswick?
His lordship really doesn't like visitors.
I'll take the risk.
Miss Fenchurch will be cross with me. But she'll be even crosser if I come back without fresh milk.
So, do we have a deal?
Aye, bring me some milk and I'll take you to his lordship.
Thank you.
That's good to
But
hear.
hopefully Mr. Ambrose will arrive soon.
Have you been waiting long for Mr. Ambrose?
Aye, he should have been here a good 2 hours ago. He's here every market
Maybe
day,
he's
you
sick?
see. He sells only the freshest milk. Miss Fenchurch swears by it. I hope misfortune hasn't befallen him on his way here.
I'm sure he will turn up.
Oh, I hope so.
Have you heard of Hobbs Barrow? Come on.
Are you familiar with Hobbs Barrow?
What's that?
Never mind.
Have you seen these stones
What do you
before?
make of these stones?
Oh, gives me the creeps.
Why?
Dunno, just a feeling.
She probably has
Who
good
is Miss
intuition.
Fenchurch?
His lordship's housekeeper.
I'll let you know if I find some fresh milk.
Thank you, ma'am. But tell me if you see Mr. Ambrose, won't you?
I will.
Let's go to the horse. I want to repair the bow for the girl. Use the apple with the horse.
Hey girl, would you like an apple? She is completely indifferent. Perhaps the apple is too spoiled for her liking.
Where could we get milk? I mean, she never said it has to be cow's milk. Is the goat on the farm a milk goat? I mean, there is goat milk. Yeah. We have a goat. And we have a bucket.
I should ask Mr. Bryden for permission before attempting to milk his goat.
That's true. Let's knock on his door.
What do you want?
Do you have any fresh milk going spare?
If you can get any milk out of old Eunice, you're welcome to it.
Eunice?
Me goat. Good luck.
Thank you. Maybe let's just try it first. Free milk, yay! Yes. Let's see if I am able to milk her. Okay, let's try giving her the apple.
Hey girl, would you like an apple? The grumpy thing isn't interested. All right, we're doing this.
Hello, Samuel. I did not see that there's a rope up there before.
I'm not sure what that was. I don't know what's happening to me. All this superstitious nonsense must be getting to my head.
What triggered that to happen? I tried to milk the goat. I took the bucket and said use bucket with goat. And then the scene appeared. I have no idea what this was. Maybe we'll talk to him about it. Can we talk to him about, like, what we saw?
Well, did you get any milk out of her?
I tried, and failed miserably.
She's a temperamental
Yeah, we did
beast.
fail.
Perhaps you could milk her for me?
I'd like to help you, lass, but I've just had a flare-up in me joints. I've worked myself too hard this morning. I couldn't bend down to save myself.
Is there anything I can do to help?
My wife would say I'm beyond any help. I'm certain of that. But if you know of any remedies for aching joints, please send them my way.
I'll see what I can do, Mr. Bryden.
I'm going to rest for a while. Ta-ra now.
I know of someone who knows medicine. Yeah. Let's go. Another flashback?
Daddy, I have something for you. I do hope
Oh,
you
I'm older
remember it.
now.
I've taken great care of it. I'll fetch it for you now, all right?
What do I have for him? Crate? There's a vase.
Daddy, you must remember this. The
That
day
one
that
here-
started it all. It's the red urn
That-
you buried
that
in the
is-
garden for me. My first ever excavation. Where should I put it?
Put it here, next to him, on the shelves.
Mother took away all the knickknacks that used to sit on these shelves. The pot might look nicer a little closer to the light anyway.
So... here? Come on. Why is it only a few pixels? The perfect spot.
Perfect. It will catch the light from your lamp so nicely. There.
Literally 1 pixel.
I'm going to become
Exactly.
a great barrow digger,
It's
just like
3
you.
pixels.
I hope the pot reminds you of those adventures we had together when I was a child, and how thankful I am for everything you've taught me. Now I must tell you about my visit to Pallinghurst. I found an arrowhead.
It's cute that she talks to him so much. How's Pixel called in Deutsch? Pixel. It's the same. It is the same.
Yes?
Can you help me with Mr. Bryden's aches?
Do you know of any
They're
remedies for
Pixel.
aching
Yeah,
joints?
they're Pixel.
You're too young to be suffering from this, surely.
It's for someone else, Mr. Bryden.
Yes, yes. I know just the poultice.
Capital. May I have some?
Well, I don't have the ingredients, I'm afraid.
What do you need to make it?
It's a simple blend made of natural elements. Elderflower and flirtwort. I can make the poultice for you if you bring me these things. Then it just needs to be
Elderflower,
applied directly to the joints.
birdwood.
That should ease his burden.
Thank you.
Okay, where are
Where can I find some flirtwort?
flirtwort?
Flirtwort is not commonly found around Bewley. It's a perennial shrub that bears small white flowers. You might find some growing out on moors if you're lucky.
Thank
I
you.
think I know where to find that. Where's
Where
the
can I find some
elderflower?
elderflower?
There used to be quite a few elder plants growing here in Herne Wood, but they've long since gone. Nowadays, you might find the shrub growing within a hedgerow or a private garden.
I see. What does elderflower look like?
Elderflowers are small, white, and grow in clumps on the elder shrub. Elder shrubs can grow in all
Oh, no,
shapes
that's-
and sizes. Just look
that's
out for the
what I
clumps of
know where it
tiny white
is.
flowers.
Do you have any fresh milk going spare?
No, sorry.
Not to worry. Farewell.
Okay. Elderflower. I did, like, from Harry Potter, I knew of elderwood for a long time, or like, I knew about elderberries, and I knew about, like, elderwood and stuff. But I never connected it to the German word for it. Like, it was always like, oh yeah, I've heard of this word, and like, it's a wood, and there's flowers and berries, yeah. But I never connected it to what it is in German. In German,
like
elderberries, elderflowers, it's called Holunder. And I did not make that connection until rather late in life. I have elderflower now. But where do I get the other thing? I might have some luck with it in the moors, so let's go into the moors. Oh, hello, father.
Excuse me, Miss Bateman. I'm in something of a hurry. Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. Which work is that quote from?
Romeo and Juliet. Oh, he's gone.
Wait, but she did say something about a private garden, but was it... Oh. I didn't mean to come here, but I can talk to Mrs.
Good day to
Duplancy.
you, pet.
Hello, Mrs. Duplancy.
If you're looking for Father Roach, he won't be back until tomorrow.
Let's talk
Where is
about...
Father Roach?
You might have noticed the good father has a green thumb. He's gone to visit his friend in the countryside to purchase some seedlings for his tower garden.
Where is Father Roach's
tower garden?
Why, on top of St. Edmund's, of course. He's got a lovely collection of
Nice.
cuttings up there.
Maybe
You'll
I
have to
can
ask him
find...
to show you.
It does sound rather pleasant. It's a shame he's not around.
Well, he does have a spare key for the tower door somewhere.
I need to find it.
Do you know where Father Roach keeps his spare key?
Because
No,
the other plant
that's his business. If I did know,
might
I'd
be
fetch
there.
it myself and take you up there.
Not to worry.
I do
Break
recall
into the room.
him saying
Yes.
he hid it outside somewhere. For safekeeping, like. Were it in the
outside.
graveyard? Oh, I don't know. Best wait till he gets back, pet.
Okay, let's pretend we never talked about this, and I'll find
Bewley
it.
some 25 years ago. William Bateman. Perhaps you remember him?
Bateman? William Bateman? I remember a William Baldwin. He were a right miserable sod.
My father was only in Bewley briefly, from what I understand. I'm trying to piece together what he was doing here.
You'll have to ask him. I don't recall anyone of that name.
My father took part in an excavation at Hobbs Barrow. Do you recall the excavation?
I concern myself only with matters related to the church. I'm sorry I can't be more helpful.
That's fine.
What do you make of these stones?
They are not Christian. I'm certain of that.
I agree. Much older, I feel.
Older than Christianity? Oh, the youth of today.
These box pews are most unusual. I've never seen any quite so tall.
We Bewley folk like our privacy. Many of the pews are owned by individual families.
Some might accuse you of hiding secrets.
Now, pet.
I jest.
At my age, it's hard to climb in and out of them. I'd rather stand.
Okay, interesting.
Does the name Saxnot mean anything to you?
Is that a village near Erdlow?
No, never mind. Do you have any fresh milk going spare?
I don't, pet.
Not to worry. Thanks for your time.
Lord be with you.
Okay, then let's head outside and search for the key. Let's go to the graveyard. She mentioned the graveyard, so let's search all the headstones. And the fresh grave.
William Paxton, modest and gentle of heart. This appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave. Here lies Elizabeth Farnaby.
Can I only read them?
Samuel Bryden. Death is only a shadow across the path to heaven.
We know him. Or like, we've heard of him.
Joseph Davis. Here lies Margaret Tillett, beloved mother, wife, and sister. Today she dances with angels.
Arthur's mother.
John Purchase, dearly beloved husband of Florence.
Sorry. Nice surname.
Forever in light, Anne Kemp.
Can I... I wanted to use it with the bushes.
I may be a barrow digger, but I am no grave robber.
Okay, let's assume he did not leave it in a graveyard like she said. But maybe he left it. I cannot use it here. Huh. Is there anything that happened here?
The door has been boarded up.
Maybe someone else is in the... here in the inn? Maybe I can get a hint there. Maybe the father has... Oh, there's someone new.
Joe, perhaps you've had enough sugar?
Don't you start an all.
Sugar? Hello, Joe.
Oh,
May I
she's
have...
back again. Can't a man drink his tea in peace? There's nought for you here, lass.
Oh, want some sugar.
Horrible man. How many more sugar cubes is he going to add to his tea? He'll have no teeth left by the end of the day.
Can I have sugar as well for the horse? Why do I want to talk to him? Well, I can ask him if he has milk.
Do you have any fresh milk going spare?
Sorry, lass. I've none at all.
Never mind. Goodbye.
See you soon.
I'm not going to waste my time with him any further. I don't care for being yelled at.
But can I take sugar cubes?
Hands off me, sugar!
I think this is supposed to be for all the patrons, sir.
I said hands off!
Come on, Joe. Be nice to our visitors.
Ha! This place has gone to buggery.
I've got a sugar cube. Nice. That's a treat for the horse, probably.
I don't need to use the filthy lavatory.
I want to use it as a shortcut. Doop, 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 doop. Okay. Wait, can I? No, I cannot do that.
No, that's not it.
I can only go so far. Oh, no, I can actually go like this.
Here, girl. Eat this.
Yeah,
Good
she eat the
girl.
sugar.
Hopefully that's gained some trust between us.
Knife. With horse.
I've managed to cut off a few lengthy strands.
Okay, I have horsehair. And now I need resin. Burn woods. Oh. Is the stream still going? Yeah. Okay. It had to load. And a squirrel. You're still here? That's good. Like, I just checked if everything is okay, but it said showed me a loading screen on the YouTube page, so I was worried for a second. Let's coat the horsehair with resin.
The surface of the resin has set rather dry. I don't think that worked.
Can I use the bucket to get water? Or maybe the lantern with the resin to heat it up?
That won't achieve anything useful.
I wanted to melt it. Maybe I can use the bucket to get ice cold water. But ice water is not good to heat up the resin. Maybe I need to heat up the ice cold water somewhere. Where's fire? The fireplace is still not turned on. Oh, it's gone.
No, that won't achieve anything useful.
Where could I go?
I can walk through there.
Yes, do I have anything useful in my crate?
Good.
How did you like your...
I'm afraid it is rather rotten, sir.
Hey up. That's slander, that is. Don't you be going around telling folk I'm handing out rotten apples.
Let's go to the crate. Maybe I'll find something there.
I don't wish to carry around my heavy excavation tools.
What else could there be?
I don't wish to wake him up.
I'm thinking, where could I go? How would I get the resin off? Hey, I want to use the bucket. I cannot get water from anywhere. Do I have anything else? Cannot use the bucket. I couldn't use the knife, I think. Letters, a key, a shovel, a trowel, lantern, a chisel? Maybe the chisel will work. Let's try it. If it could get a fossil out of stone, it might be able to get resin out off of wood. Hello there, fox. Let's try using the chisel with the resin. Maybe that will work.
I've collected some waxy resin.
And I thought I needed to melt it. let's use the resin with the horsehair.
There we are. This should make sufficient bowstring now.
And the bowstring. Wait, how did you get the resin? I used the chisel instead of the knife. Because the chisel got the fossil out of the
seems to hold on
stone.
sufficiently.
Nice. Now I just need to find the girl. Maybe I'll go to the stone. To the Devil's Toe. Maybe I'll meet her there. Yes. Fiddlebow. With the girl.
Look what I have for you.
Oh, she plays really nice. Oh, I have another premonition. Like, that's the purple color. Is something happening again? Oh. I fell asleep.
My head is spinning. What happened?
I fell unconscious.
Hello? Where did she go?
And the fiddle and the bow.
The girl left her fiddle behind.
Huh.
I'll take it with me in case I see her again. I want to understand what just happened.
What shall we do now? I need workmen for the excavation, and for that I need milk. I need to help with the Bryden with his aching joints, and for that I need to get the milk. For that I need to get the ingredients for the poultice, and for that I need to access Father Roach's rooftop garden. So that's where I'll go. Maybe I'll have better luck now? Let's see. So we looked at everything here. Everything that's interactable. That's the good thing about having this view. Can see what's interactable. There's nothing that's interactable here. Maybe it's in Hernwood? It's somewhere outside, so... Is there something here? No. Did it say... What did she say again? Can I listen to it again? She did mention the church, so... Should be around here somewhere. Can you say it again?
I can't think of anything else to talk about right now.
No. Well then, let's interact with everything we can see. We already looked at every headstone, so let's look at all the memorial plaques. Maybe it's hidden behind one of those or on one of those.
In memory of Peter Black.
Peter Black. I don't know him.
In memory of William Ager.
William Ager.
In memory of Mabel Hurst.
Okay.
In memory of Benjamin Garkham.
She says nothing.
In memory of Millicent Smith.
Hmm.
In memory of George Paxton.
Yeah.
In memory of Barnaby Tillett.
Another Tillett.
In memory of Percival Roach.
That's probably the father of
In
Master
memory
Roach.
of Romeo Hegg, dearly missed by his beloved Juliet. In memory of Henry Crozier.
He did make.
In memory
There's,
of
like-
Romeo Hegg, dearly missed by his beloved Juliet.
The priest does love Shakespeare. Like, I don't want to use the chisel on it. Please don't tell me this is the... Wait.
I think I can chip away at this plaster.
We actually... No way.
There's a key behind here. This has to be Father Roach's spare.
We just randomly took off a memorial plaque? Oh. I mean, we're breaking into the church, so... We are really
Capital.
not a good person. Very sneaky. Yeah, nobody will see that the memorial plate is missing. Nobody. But at least we'll get the plant that we need. That's probably...
A small label on the pot reads Flirtwort. This
Flirtwort.
is just what I need.
Got it. Go back down. Okay, now I can make the ailment.
I should put the key back.
We're putting it back. Or at least we do put it back.
There. I hope that stays on.
Nice. Okay. Let's go to Mildred Walker's cottage. And talk to her.
Good day.
Yes?
We do have
I think I have
flirtwort.
some flirtwort here.
Show me. Aye, that's flirtwort, all right. Let me know when you found some elderflower, too.
I
I
did.
have some elderflowers here.
Show me. No, this is not elderflower. It's cowbane. An easy mistake to make. The two look very similar.
Oh,
It's safe to eat, as long as you're not a cow. Very toxic to cattle.
where can I find some elderflower?
There used to be quite a few elder plants growing here in Herne Wood, but they've long since gone. Nowadays, you might find the shrub growing within a hedgerow or a private garden.
I see. What does elderflower look
hedgerow?
like?
Elderflowers are small, white, and grow in clumps on the elder shrub. Elder shrubs can grow in all shapes and sizes. Just look out for the clumps of tiny white flowers.
Farewell.
I have two places I want to check. One is Mr. Bryden's farm. Are there any flowers? I did not pay attention to flowers here. There are no flowers. And the other is the garden of Mr. Long.
These flowers look pretty. Someone must take good care of them.
No, okay. I thought maybe those... no, here's also nothing. Where is the planet garden? Like, there are herbs. Is this
This looks like
elderflower?
elderflower to me.
Hello.
Good day.
Fresh produce?
How much for the
Is that
elderflower?
elderflower you're selling?
Aye, perfect for teas and tinctures.
Any good for sore joints?
Aye, penny a bunch.
I'm afraid I don't have any money.
Sorry, miss. Does it look like I'm running a charity?
Can we work something out? A trade, perhaps?
I deal in cash only, miss. No coin, no elderflower. What do you take me for?
So
Goodbye.
I need
Ta-ra, miss.
money. Can I sell the... I don't want to sell the fiddle. Hello, Jane.
Hello, Jane.
Miss, watch me juggle.
Whoa, nice. You're very good at it.
Very impressive.
I can juggle even more apples.
Well... Then take one more.
I dare you to juggle an extra apple.
Easy.
Here you go. She can actually do it.
Told you I could do it. Here's your apple back.
Thank you.
I'm very impressed.
Okay. I have an idea.
I dare you to juggle an extra apple.
If she's distracted... Can I move? No.
Told you I could do it. Here's your apple back.
I'm very impressed.
Be careful with those things.
Yes, miss.
Can I swap? The elderflower with the...
No, that's not it.
Maybe I can distract her.
No, that's not it.
Come on. Let's try again. I want to distract her.
I dare you to juggle an extra apple.
Easy.
Please. There has been some change because she talked to Jane afterwards.
Told you I could. Here's your apple.
I'm very...
No, okay. There's produce.
The box is full of various sprouts and onions. Nothing particularly tempting.
There's the herbs.
I can't just steal the elderflower. There must be another way of getting my hands on it.
Maybe I can do it now.
I dare you to juggle an extra apple.
Easy.
Can I use my inventory now? While she's juggling? Can I distract the woman now?
Here's your apple.
Do I need to find out that I could swap it? I want to use it with the vegetables. Skins, meat. Come on. Skins, meat, vegetables.
Can't see how that will help me.
I want to use it with the elderflower. Herbs.
Oi! Keep your grubby hands off me produce.
Sorry.
Yeah, maybe now I can distract her. There's nothing else I can distract her with other than Jane.
I dare you to juggle an extra apple.
I feel like this is such game typical stuff.
Told you I could. Here's your apple.
I'm
Mutton pies! Perhaps you'd be more interested in a Scotch egg. Freshly made, just 1 penny each.
No, thank you.
Wait, can I maybe have another apple and she can juggle the 5 apples?
Good day.
Selling them at Wood, Miss Lad.
No, thank you.
Mutton pies!
Good day.
Fresh produce.
Let's talk about the other
I'm
things.
selling meat, vegetables, and all sorts of herbs and things. You're welcome to have a gander.
I'll be sure to browse.
Do you have milk?
Do you have any milk for sale?
Not today, sorry.
Can we work something out?
No, what you take?
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, miss.
Can I talk to
Hello,
Jane again?
Miss, watch me juggle.
She's only talking about juggling.
Very impressive.
I can juggle even more apples.
Do I need to have more apples? Wait.
The worm has found a new home within the holes of the rotten apple.
I feel bad about doing this to Jane, but...
I dare
Here you go.
to juggle an extra apple.
Easy. Yuck, a worm.
Now she's distracted. And use Cowbane with... No! Oh, this will be hard. Oh.
Be careful with your apple.
Sorry, miss.
Did I fuck up? Can I get another apple?
Good day.
Selling them at Wood, Miss.
No, thank you.
Oh, damn.
Hello, Jane.
Miss.
Yeah, I didn't know where to put the, like, what to do with the worms, so, and it was like, oh, the apple's on the ground at the end. Thank you. Okay, I can have more tries. I was worried. Because finding the right
Hello
pixels
again.
is quite hard. So... let's try this again, shall we? Jane?
Hello, Jane.
Miss.
Oh wait, I need to use the...
Very impressive.
I can...
I can't see how... Room 2, the Plough and Furrow Inn. I can't see how that will help me.
Let's go through all of this. Okay, those... No.
Sacks of apples and cabbages. They've all seen better. It's only thanks to Jane that I've gotten...
And take apple and... close, use
dare
apple.
you to juggle an extra apple.
Easy.
Now quick.
Yuck, a worm.
Let's try again. Cowbane. Close. No! Herbs. I got it. I got the elderflowers.
I managed to swap them without
I
you
managed.
noticing.
Okay. I got it. Now let's go to Mildred Walker. And give her the elderflowers.
I have the
Wonderful. Hand them up.
Nice.
There you go. Tell Mr. Bryden to... It works wonders.
Thank you very much.
No wonder she talks about stealing so much. Steals keys, flowers. Yeah. She seems used to stealing. Not sure if that's a good thing.
Yes?
I've
Hello
got a
there,
poultice for your
Mr.
joints,
Bryden.
Mr. Bryden. It was prepared by Mildred Walker.
Who?
You may know her as Mother Mildred.
Oh, thank you, lass. That Mildred knows what she's doing. I should have thought to see it myself.
She said to apply it directly to where the pain is. It should work very swiftly.
I'll give it a try. Oh, that did the trick, lass. I feel like a lad of 20 again. I suppose you'll be wanting me to milk old Eunice for you in return.
If you don't mind, I'd appreciate it.
A fair exchange.
Sure.
Stand well back, lass.
Believe me, I'm not coming an inch closer.
Some nuts as a snack. Still lying around here.
There you are, lass. Some fresh milk.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bryden.
Cashew seeds? Is it cashew seeds? Well, I got the milk. Let's go to the village square directly. Cashew nut? Okay.
I've got a pail of fresh milk here for you, Miss Tompkins.
In German, it's Cashewkern.
Here.
Mum, you've saved my hide. Thank you.
Are you all right?
I'm worried about Mr. Ambrose. Any road, I'm heading back to Panswick Manor now. Would you still like to meet his lordship?
I do.
Much so.
Now, I can't guarantee you'll be home, all right? He's a very busy man.
I'll take my chances.
Follow me, then.
Thank you.
Come on over. It's not much further.
I wasn't able to go there, right? Can an Englishman seat?
What time do you call this?
Sorry, Mum.
Give it here, then.
Give me a second.
What the hell is this muck?
Goat's milk, Mum.
You daft bint. Since when does his lordship take goat's milk with his tea? Not be pleased. Get back to your sweeper before I clip you over the head.
Sorry, Mum.
She reminds me of my maid growing up. Thomasina's maid growing up. Okay. Can an Englishman seat? So, I'm not sure what I can. Karen basically means like the center, like the place. In this case, like it's because it's in a fruit. So, for example, the cherry has like this hard thing in it, and that's what we call a kern. And some we call Samen, which is seed, and some we call Kern, like what does have where do we say can instead of seed? I think there might be a rule to it, like a botanical distinction. Because apples have seeds, but cherries have a can. Grapes also we use can, Traubenkern. Basic and avocado can, like the avocado seed, that the big one is also a can. Like it's like the thing in the middle, and cashew are in the middle, like encapsulated as well. So it's probably that, but I would need to Google if there's like a botanical distinction between why some is by definition a can and some is a seed, or why do we use a difference there? I've never thought about it much. It's a pit. Okay, so there's a distinction in English as well. So in German we would say cashew pit, like cashew can. Interrupt
Where
you?
is Lord Panswick?
Sorry, Mum. I can't talk. Miss Fenchurch is ever so mad at me.
Can I talk to her?
Hello there.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Bugger off, you whelp. This is private land.
A carving and large flowers.
That is well out of my reach.
I don't want to take it. Let's look at the large flowers then.
Some fine-looking flowers.
Am I able to go somewhere?
I've no time for frolicking with the flock.
Sheep. Exit. Can I go further? No. Well, then let's go again, I guess. No luck this time. Nah, I don't want to give up because this is the only way we can get someone to help. Please, just help me.
Lord Panswick?
Sorry, Mum. I can't talk. Miss Fenchurch is ever so mad at me.
Can you please help me, guys?
I was wondering if it might be possible to speak with Lord Panswick.
Are you deaf, girl? Don't make me fetch the guards. They're armed, you know.
Yeah, I want them. Please give me them.
By Christ, you're like a dog with a bone. Do you want to get yourself shot?
I can assure you the only things getting shot around here are the pheasant, and perhaps the odd grouse. Greetings, my lady. Lord James Panswick, at your disposal.
You're Lord Panswick?
As I live and breathe.
You could have told me that before.
What is life without mystery, Miss Bateman? A predictable stagger to the grave?
I was imagining someone...
Much older and far less handsome?
Yes, to be frank.
See? I can read your mind, my dear. Now, may I ask, what brings you to my manor?
I wanted to ask if I could borrow some of your labourers.
Oh? For what purpose?
I intend to excavate Hobbs Barrow tomorrow, and I'm in need of some assistance.
An excavation? How very delightful. We're in the middle of our own works right this minute. Follow me, Miss Bateman. Come along. I promise I don't bite.
That helps a ton. And he was Lord Panswick,
this chapel
as
was a
I
place
thought.
of unique devotion. And this was until some of my more ungrateful ancestors forgot him and abandoned it.
Why did they abandon it?
Men of great wealth and power can grow so comfortable that they forget they still need the divine. The sacrifices required to maintain such a relationship were no longer being made. The chapel soon turned to rubble, and with time, even the villagers forgot him. His influence endured, but only with the isolated few who lived on the very fringes of these moors. Believe it or not, my family's fortunes have dwindled ever since. Since I succeeded my father, it has become my life's work to restore this place of worship. With this
Maybe he's talking
sacred
about
place
the
rebuilt,
goblin?
he shall be venerated once more, and the name Panswick shall be uttered again across all of England. He guided the hands of my ancestors. Now it is time for him to guide us. Bewley is a godless place.
Have you forgotten about St. Edmunds? Father Roach might disagree.
I shall bring him back to these lands, and this chapel shall be his seat once again. A new world.
Maybe
But
like...
It seems like you wish to bring back the past.
From out of the old world shall come the new, a greater truth. But I digress. Horace, my dear fellow.
Aye, your lordship.
This fair lady here is in need of some assistance. Would you and your chaps be up for a spot of digging at Hobbs Barrow tomorrow?
Hobbs Barrow? Aye, your lordship, 'tis no bother.
Good man. You're in luck, my dear. These are my finest, and they're all yours.
Thank you. I am grateful.
On one condition.
Yes?
I've heard wonders about Mary de Plancy's Bakewell puddings. I'd rather like to try them for myself.
Your lordship, you're giving me the help of your men in exchange for cakes?
Yes.
But...
Farewell, my beauty.
He seems not to be that bad of a man. He could have asked for something rather different. Let's not use these things for now. Let's go to the church. Let's talk to Miss Pansy. Maybe I can get a cake from her.
Good day to you, pet.
Hello, Mrs. de Plancy.
Do you still have some?
Do you still have some of your homemade Bakewell puddings, Mrs. de Plancy?
Oh, you're too late, pet. I've a few left, but they're set aside for someone else.
Might you please be able to bake me some more?
Sorry, I'm not in the mood for baking. Truth be told, my dear husband Albert passed away recently. Me thoughts are all over the shop.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Aye, he's in God's hands now.
Tell me more about about your
Were
husband.
you married to Albert a long time?
Aye, too many years to count. He were the cobbler here in Bewley. The most dashing cobbler in all of England, I used to tell him.
The one who knew the
Love is
goblin.
Precious pet. There's naught that can replace the hole it leaves in your heart.
I can relate to that in my own way. I wish you strength in this difficult time.
Thank you. With God's blessing, I'll get by.
May I ask?
Father Roach. He won't be back until tomorrow.
Won't they be off by then?
Not at all. Besides, pet, as I told you, I'm not in the mood for all this baking chatter.
Sorry, Mrs. de Plancy. Thanks for your time.
Lord be with you.
Okay. Why are you staring at me? Where should I go from here? What's am I to do? Convince Mrs. de Plancy to bake puddings. Is there a grave somewhere here? The freshly dug grave! Oh, hello there.
Hello? What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Naught to say, except don't be sniffing around his lordship's manor. You'll end up with a round of shot in you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Just mind your own business around here.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Well, unlike you, the Lord
The
actually
simple
likes
wooden
me.
cross bears a small plaque, on which is inscribed the name Albert de Plancy.
Relative, are you?
No, just looking.
He were the cobbler. Who's going to mend me boots now?
Maybe I can bring a flower to her grave. To his grave. There was a big flower at Penswick Manor. Yep. Can I maybe get
Some
the large
fine-looking
flowers?
flowers.
Can I please have the flowers?
Good day.
Oh, another strumpet looking to find our way into his lordship's bedchambers, I see.
I'm nothing of the sort.
I don't have this
I've seen
intention.
plenty of your sort before.
So that's a
Some
no.
fine-looking flowers.
Well then, let's head back to the center. Oh, you're new.
Good day.
Hello there.
My name is Thomasina. What's
Can
yours?
you help me?
Ralph. Not seen you around before.
I'm just visiting.
Can you help me?
What brings you to the market today?
I purchased a Scotch egg for me tea. You want a bite?
No, thank you.
What's a Scotch egg?
I'm looking for some help with an excavation tomorrow. Might you be interested?
Sorry, miss. I've already got my own job.
Enjoy your Scotch egg.
I will.
I need to Google that. What's a Scotch egg? To be honest, I don't know that either. Let's find out together. So it's an egg in sauce, like it's a cooked egg with like it seems like sometimes it's slightly with a runny egg yolk and sometimes it's not, and it's in something. It's in sausage. Like it's inside of a ball of sausage. It looks like a ball. Like it's sausage wrapped around, like the sausage meat wrapped around an egg. And that's for tea. Like I get it for like a snack or something, but I've never heard about it as, or like, never known about it as, or like, I don't know. It seems interesting. I do like eggs. Is there also like breadcrumbs around it? Yeah, it's also breadcrumbs around it. This does seem interesting. Maybe I'll try that. But more like as a snack and not as something else. It says here that it's like brown meat and it's a good snack not only for Easter, but it could also be used in a salad. That's interesting. Huh. I didn't know that. You always learn something new. Okay. Let's see. Anything?
I don't wish to carry around my heavy excavation tools.
Were there any flowers? Like, maybe there are some flowers I can pick down here?
The road disappears over the horizon. I see nothing but moorland.
No. Where else could I go? Has anything changed? Anything? You're still the same? Yeah. Nothing here. By the way, where's Arthur? Still nothing new. He wasn't in Hernwood anymore, right? No. Maybe I've missed something and something changed in the square. I must have missed something. Something needs to have changed except for the red-haired man.
Mutton pies!
I can't think of anything.
No. When I'm stuck, it's probably
There's nothing
best
else I wish to discuss at the moment.
to talk to the innkeeper, but, well, seems like not.
I don't need to use the filthy lavatories.
He's just a musician, he's Mr. Cross. And he does not play his music right now. And you cannot talk to him again. Nothing here. Children, do you want to play with me again?
Nobody home.
Let's go to Mr. Bryden's farm. And then, like, let's head to the place where Boy was? No.
This is where I dug up Jane's ragdoll.
You're not telling me more either?
Does this fresh grave belong to Mrs. de Plancy's late husband?
Aye.
Rather bare, isn't it?
My job is to dig the graves, not decorate them.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
I have nothing else to ask for the time being.
Anything, anywhere? Nothing. There's nothing here either, right? No. Let's head back to the village square again.
Mutton pies!
Maybe the others know about Mr. Ambrose?
really don't want to...
Because this woman mentioned him so much?
Good day.
Fresh would make...
No, seems...
It's probably...
What could I do right now? Like... There's the to-do. Convince Mrs. De Plancy to bake puddings. There must be a way. I need to get the... I feel like I need to get the flour. Like, that item looks so suspicious. And I need to... Like, if I decorate the grave, maybe she'll bake me some more cakes for the Lord, so I can have the helpers. But for that, I probably need the permission of this mad... Like, no, it's not mad woman. This angry woman. And maybe... Like, that's what I'm thinking right now. Maybe I can appease her by getting some actual good milk from Mr. Ambrose. And this Miss Fenswick, I think was it, said I need to talk to Mr. Ambrose. To get fresh milk. Like, she said that... Like, the way she talked was like... It feels like I need to find him, but where could I find him? Like, the only way to come to this village is either by train, which is definitely not the way, or this way. But there's nothing.
The road disappears over the horizon. I see nothing but moorland.
You know what I mean? Like, you get my thought process? I don't know if I can find Mr. Ambrose. And Rolf doesn't seem to be Mr. Ambrose.
There's nothing else I wish to...
Yes, exactly.
I don't wish to carry... I suspect the barrels are empty. Otherwise the locals will be rolling them into
Seems
their
like a hard
cellars.
thing to solve. Yes. It does feel that way. Like, I wouldn't know anything other than that right now.
I don't need to go in there again.
Can I maybe talk to Mr. Long?
Mr. Long mustn't be in.
Why is it mustn't? Like, was mustn't, like, must not be in, like, had it a different meaning in Old English? Because right now it's, like, is not allowed to. Yeah, I know it's must not, but when I learned English in school, my teachers told me that mustn't is not allowed to. Like, that's how I learned mustn't. And shouldn't, you should not, is the same, but mustn't is, like, not a question, but it's, like, not allowed to. And in this case, it wouldn't make sense. Not allowed to be in. You can also use it in that way. So you can use it in that way. Huh. My teachers always said, like, my teachers always said in a way that I assumed that it's not possible.
This must belong to someone. I should leave it alone.
The
bucket is rusty
so that's
and full of
interesting to me,
holes.
to see it, like, used that way. It doesn't feel like it's something that's used a lot in that way. Mustn't is not too common these days anyway. Ah, okay. Yeah, I feel like I've heard it a lot, like, in the text that we read, it was more like parents scolding their children, you mustn't do that. Like, a strong use like that. If you use, on... You mustn't touch the hot plate, like, when cooking. At least in the USA. Yeah, I mean, textbooks are not new, so I don't know. And, like, I remember just learning about it because it was so weird to me. because I assumed it was like you like it was so weird to me to learn it. It means something like you're not allowed to, cause yeah, I don't know. I know. Don't you learn English or UK English in school? Yeah, but like I don't know if they use it more often. Like I don't know. I've never paid attention to native English YouTubers, how much they say mustn't in sentences. I just remember learning about it and remembering it well because I was not used to, or like I made a lot of mistakes with it, so I learned about it quite well.
I've no time for frolic.
Maybe I can talk to the excavation people. Wait, I thought I can go there. Yeah. I haven't talked to them yet.
Is his lordship joking about the Bakewell puddings?
No, miss. His lordship is a man of folly.
How ridiculous!
He treats you all right if you do what he asks.
Okay.
Please let us get on with our toil. If you do as his lordship requests, we'll help you tomorrow.
They have some decent equipment here. It will be more than useful for the excavation.
Let's go back. Anything? Maybe something is.
Scotch eggs!
I want to try one. Hey, I don't want to knock at the door.
I really don't
Hello.
want to...
I want a Scotch egg. I want to try that. Maybe something has changed because I talked to them and realized that it's real now. Like, sometimes... I feel like in this game sometimes you have to have some dialogue to change something.
I see nothing but moorland.
Nothing changed. Let's talk to Mr. Plancy again. Let's see if there's anything else.
That's not mine to interfere with.
Yuki, no stealing from Mr. Plancy.
Good day to you, pet.
Hello, Mrs. De Plancy.
Can't talk about the
I
grave.
saw your late husband's grave, Mrs. De Plancy. I am very sorry for your loss.
Thank you, pet. I'm ashamed to say I couldn't afford naught more than a simple wooden cross. You were a colourful man.
Maybe that helps, having this dialogue
he
help.
deserves better. He loved his flower beds. He's only been gone a fortnight, and already his plants have gone to rot. May the Lord forgive me.
Plants are difficult to maintain. I'm sure Albert would understand.
His precious hippeastrum were the first to go. I would have loved to lay one on his grave.
What does a hippeastrum flower look like?
Oh, beautiful things they are.
That's interesting.
Tall stems topped with large red flowers. Hard to grow in this climate. They were his pride and joy. The remarkable thing is there's no scent to 'em. That's why he loved 'em so much. You see, he hated anything that smelled sickly sweet. Hippiastrum were just perfect. Let me know if you come across one, won't you?
Of course, Mrs. Duplancy. What does a hip...
Okay, it's the same.
Thanks for your time.
Lord be with you.
The flower at the Lord's place may be a hippiastrum. Maybe I need to confirm that. That has to be the one at the manor. I think so too. Maybe I can confirm that and then I can go on.
Of the flowers Mrs. Duplancy mentioned. There's no scent.
You get away from my hippiastrum.
Ah, apologies.
Move!
Well, that confirms it.
That confirms it quite well, yes.
Those flowers, may I please take one?
Are you deaf and daft? Bugger off!
She's very much the person who keeps everyone away from the Lord. Like, the Lord doesn't seem that unfriendly, at least not to me. I still have my suspicions about the milkman. Time to steal again. Yeah. I do still have my suspicions about the missing milkman being of help. I still have hopes that he might appear somewhere. Like, because that would be the only logical thing.
The road disappeared.
Damn it! Where could I find something to appease this lady? Like, the only thing I can think of that I could give this lady is milk. And the only person who has milk is this milkman. Maybe Miss Tomswood can help me steal the flower.
Good day.
Hello.
You have more
I
hippiastrum?
really need one of those hippiastrum flowers.
Why?
It's a long story. Might you please be able to get one for me? Or distract Miss Fenchurch so I can take one?
Those flowers
Oh,
are
it's
Miss
Fenchurch, not
Fenchurch's
Fenchwick.
favourites. She spends hours looking after them.
Oh, she's
Mum,
crying.
It's just that I'm so worried about Mr. Ambrose.
The milkman?
Aye, we were to run away together today.
I see.
I'm worried sick that he stood me up.
No way!
Mr. Ambrose, this job is all I have. I can't risk losing it over a flower.
I'm sorry, Miss
No
Tompkins.
way.
I still haven't seen him.
Do you think he's abandoned me?
I'm sure that's not the case. He must have been delayed somewhere.
Could you try to find him for me, Mum?
That's what I've been trying to do.
Please, Mum. I'd do anything for you if you found my love.
I can try.
Oh, thank you. You're ever so kind, Mum.
There's nothing I
Goodbye.
can
I'd
say
best get
more.
back to work.
She's probably gonna say it again. Okay, let's try this again. I do suspect him to be like somewhere at the village square. Seems like sometimes you have to get like this one perfect dialogue, otherwise you can't progress. Yeah, it feels like that. Hello there, sir. Are you perhaps Mr. Ambrose? Where did he go? He just disappeared. Like the only way... Like, he could be in the inn, but I haven't seen him in the inn before. Is there a new person here hiding somewhere? Being all sad? No. Or, like, him being delayed and having problems with his horse or something. Over there.
I certainly don't wish to touch it.
Yeah, that's it. For examples. I do not wish to touch it. Wait. What? I cannot... Why cannot... Yeah, now I can go. Let's see. Oh, a flashback.
There we are. Your shells are looking much more interesting now. I pestered Mother for years to let me bring some of your treasures here. I think she's
She
worried
brought
that I
more
want to follow
urns
in
or
your path.
vases.
She has hidden most of your discoveries away. I had to beg her to bring me to visit you, you know. I shouldn't worry you with all that. Do you know that I have a story for each of these pots? Well, I don't know if they're all true, but they are my memories. Even though I was so young, I still remember our adventures together. Would you like me to share my memories of them? Well, I'm going to, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, entertain him. Talk to him.
This is from the first dig I remember you taking me on. The excavation of West Kennet Long Barrow. I found it wedged behind a stone as you ate your sandwich. You said, "Now there's a tiny urn for a tiny girl."
Cute. What's about this larger?
Mother was so angry when you brought this one home, wasn't she? "William, that simply will not do. It's taking up all the space on the mantelpiece." Once you moved it to your study, I remember creeping in to take a peek at it.
My mother would have called it a Staubfänger. Dust collector.
We found this one together in that mucky old barrow near
Or
Avebury.
dust catcher.
I think it was the second time you'd taken me on a dig with you. I remember you bringing it up to your face to look inside and shrieking in horror. "There's a bloody rat in there," you screamed.
Staubfänger? Nee, Staubfänger. Staubfänger. Dust catcher.
I think you brought this one back from a trip abroad. I would have loved to go with you, but Mother didn't want me to. I remember you being so proud of it. It looks ancient.
And the pottery
You were
shard.
incredibly excited about this one. I hadn't gone on an expedition with you yet. You were so happy about it, showing it to Mother and I. You didn't stop talking about it for hours. I thought, how can Daddy be so excited over some old broken pottery? But it wasn't long until I understood. I almost forgot. While I was searching for your pots in the shed, I found one of your manuscripts. I thought Mother had burnt all your notebooks, but she missed one. It was an account of barrows across the east of England. I managed to read it all before Mother took it away. Daddy, it was fascinating. I've decided that is what I want to do with my life. I'm going to travel the country, excavating and documenting my own finds. Well, as soon as I'm old enough to escape Mother, that is. When you're feeling better, we can go out on expeditions together again, just like we used to. I promise you'll get better, Daddy. I'll do whatever it takes to make it so.
I did promise to make him better. Oh. But it seems like I'm on the right track if I get a flashback here.
Something ahead on the road.
The one dialogue. The pixel mesh moving around there. That's the thumbnail thing. We are 4 pixels.
Mr. Ambrose. I'm going to help you.
Yeah. What the fuck happened to him?
Please hold still. I'm going to cut you free. He had been so tightly
Oh my God,
bound that I
spooky,
could
yes.
barely cut through without hurting him further.
Who did this to him?
His mouth was stuffed full of flowers of a most peculiar scent. I was dismayed at such savagery and wondered if the feral folk Father Roach had mentioned were responsible for this abhorrent act. After some considerable effort, I managed to cut him free. Are you all right?
Who were lost in visions of hell itself. The devil. I saw the devil.
Who did this to you?
I don't remember. Oh, the terrible sights I saw. I won't forget them till my last breath.
Are you Mr. Ambrose?
Yes, Edward Ambrose.
You were to meet Miss Tompkins today.
My love. Oh, my darling love.
Let me take you to her. Here, take my hand. As we made the arduous trek to Panswick Manor, I probed Mr. Ambrose on who had done this to him. He insisted that he didn't remember anything, except for his nightmarish visions.
My love.
Eddie!
Oh, cute.
Jesus,
with the white dress
you?
and
You
the
right?
black thing. It looks like a wedding kiss.
My love.
I thought you'd abandoned me.
Never. Thank your friend here for helping me out of a bind.
Oh, Eddie!
Let's get out of here, my darling.
Hang on.
You thieving beast! I'll have your guts for garters!
Oh, stick it where the sun don't shine, you bitter old sow!
The cheek!
Here you are, Mum.
Thank you,
Thank
Miss Tompkins.
you.
No, thank you for finding my poor Eddie.
Yeah, tell her.
Thank
Exactly.
you, lass.
Let's go, Eddie. I'm never setting foot on this godforsaken estate again.
I don't think the Lord's
luck,
the
you
problem. It's this headmaid. Caretaker. That's the problem. Now let's put some flowers on Mr. De Passy's grave. Let's do that. Hippeastrum. Let's take those and put it on
Perhaps
the
Mrs.
grave.
de Plancy would like to lay these flowers herself.
That's a good idea. Let's give the flowers to her. That we can steal. Or she might feel in the mood for baking. Again. That's what I'm hoping for.
You found them? Oh, you dear child. Let's take them straight to Albert. You'll come with me, won't you?
Of course, Mrs.
Of
de Plancy.
course.
You know, the things I miss most about him are the things that used to annoy me. The click of his jaw as he chewed his sandwiches, leaving his tools all around the house. The way he'd never back down from an argument. He's just quiet at home now. Silence. The funny thing is, that's what he always craved. Peace and quiet. He were a good man, our Albert.
Sounds like he was. I'm so sorry.
Do you fear death, pet?
It's the part in between that concerns me the most. I do and not at all. The part in between, is this referring to dying? Or is this referring to the life that we live until death? Because it's not like I'm not afraid of dying, but I just rather not think about it too much and instead focus on living right now. So I hope this
It's
answer
the
refers
part
to
in
that.
between that concerns me most.
Whatever do you mean?
My father had an accident many years ago. Ever since, he's been in a state where he
okay.
can neither speak nor move.
Oh, that does sound dreadful. I'm sorry, pet.
I believe his mind to still be active, but perhaps this is the worst of all fates. To be trapped in one's own body and unable to express oneself while the world continues around you. That is what I fear.
Maybe he'll get better one day.
I'd do anything to make it so. Those flowers look beautiful.
They do. Albert will be smiling down on us. Pet, I left me basket inside the church. You'll find some Bakewell puddings in there. You can have them.
Oh, you...
I insist. You've brought an ounce of happiness into my day, dear. It's only just that I return some.
Thank you, Mrs. Duplancy.
To be truthful with you, I was saving them for myself. I shouldn't be so selfish. Lord forgive me.
You're nothing of the sort.
I'll stay here with Albert a bit longer. You go back to your day, Pet. Lord be with you.
And you, Mrs. Duplancy.
Thank you. You're a nice old lady. We don't need to steal. She gives it to us. I like that much better. Take the basket.
Here they are.
And then let's go to Hanswick Manor. I have your puddings.
The vision returns.
I come bearing gifts.
Freshly baked gifts?
Yes. 3 of Mrs. Duplancy's famous Bakewell puddings.
You are an amusing creature, Thomasina.
What do you mean?
You must think me a scoundrel of the highest order for asking you to undertake such folly. Of course I would have lent you my men either way. I merely desired an excuse to share a cake with you.
Lord Panswick.
I take no pleasure in watching you scurry about Bewley to fulfill my every whim. Or do I?
I do not find this amusing in the slightest. You have no
He's,
idea what I had to go through to get these for you.
Oh, I do. And that's what I admire about you. Tenacity. Even in the face of something you know to be absurd. You don't
I'm sure
give
he
up,
does enjoy it. Yeah, he's
Never,
like...
though in this case I ought to have.
He
Now then,
enjoys
will you share one of
people
these tempting confections with me?
serving him. And I don't like that. I don't like his way of saying, like, I'm above all others. I mean, he is a lord, yes. And you have the class system in... Like, it seems to have... They have a class system. But still, like... If you want to flirt with her, treat her like an equal. But I guess that's just the modern soul speaking inside of me.
Now is not the time, Lord Panswick.
You disappoint me. It would seem you don't find the rain quite as romantic as I do. Perhaps tomorrow, after your triumphant excavation of Hobbs Barrow.
Perhaps.
I hope staleness doesn't descend upon them in the meantime. Still, my word is my bond. Come with me to the chapel. I shall inform the chaps of their duties.
Thank you.
That's good. At least he still lends me the guys. At least he's a man of his
Chaps,
word.
listen up. You're to assist Miss Bateman's excavation tomorrow. What time, Miss Bateman?
Early morning, if you don't mind.
We'll be there whenever you need us, miss.
Hobbs Barrow. On the Bryden estate, if I'm not mistaken.
We'll be there.
Take your tools with you. Miss Bateman will need every assistance we can provide her with.
It's no bother.
Splendid.
Thank you, lads.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll see you later, my dear.
Thank you, Lord Panswick.
We're finishing up here, miss. See you tomorrow morning, all right?
Certainly. I appreciate your help.
Thank you. Oh, it's night already. So we'll do the excavation tomorrow.
Well, that's a relief to have my crew assembled for tomorrow. It's getting dark and cold. Time to head back to the Plough and Furrow.
It is. But we have all the teleport points now. It's also rather foggy tonight.
Evening, Miss Bateman.
Seems eerie
Good evening,
in
Stanley.
here. The music's weird.
Your lordship.
Stanley, my good man.
To what do we owe the pleasure of your visit, your lordship?
I've come to wish Miss Bateman good fortune for her grand excavation tomorrow. I'm really rather curious as to what she might turn up.
As am I, your lordship.
An exciting time for Bewley. Wouldn't you agree, Stanley?
Oh, yes, your lordship. Very, very exciting.
My dear, please.
Please don't talk about it inside the inn. There are so many people who don't like me doing this.
Antidote to the wind's bite. Wouldn't you say, Stanley?
Yes, indeed, your lordship.
Even if I say no, the game will only make me say yes. Anyway.
Why not?
Splendid.
So let's say yes.
You heard the fair lady.
There you are.
Thank you.
Everyone, raise your glasses to Miss Bateman. May she conquer Hobbs Barrow and find all that she
Please,
desires.
the villagers don't like me.
Hooray!
You don't wish to join me in a beverage?
Oh, you go ahead, my dear. Alcohol does not sit well with my constitution.
At least
Thank
he
you,
doesn't
your
have my
lordship.
drink in
I
his
needed
hands to
I
spike
aim
it.
to provide you with whatever your heart desires. I've reminded my chaps they're to meet you at Hobbs Barrow in the morning.
Thank you again, Lord Panswick.
Till we meet again, faites des beaux rêves. Mr. Shoulder?
Your lordship?
Oh, that was the same thing I was thinking. Yeah, but I feel like even if I said, like, because all the other times I said no to a drink, the game made me drink anyway. So I felt like I had to say
I'll
yes.
leave those two to their conversation.
Yeah, let's leave
I
everyone
must
to
be
the
up early to
conversation.
begin my excavations. Perhaps I should go to bed now.
Yes, perhaps I should go to bed because I'm afraid of what the villagers
No,
would
I must
say
I'm
to me.
still rather awake. I don't feel like retiring to my room yet.
Huh? Okay.
You've changed your tunes, Stanley. An exciting time for Bewley. I thought you didn't want me to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
Well,
In front of his lordship.
What can I get you?
I'm fine for now, thank you. I must be up
Can I
early.
go now?
No, I must...
Well, I could talk to Leonard Shoulder. That would make sense.
Hello again, Mr. Shoulder.
Are you talking
Miss
to me?
Bateman.
Let's talk about the excavation.
I've recruited the help of some local labourers to help with the excavation.
Marvellous. When do we start?
Tomorrow morning, first thing.
Wonderful.
Can I count on your assistance?
Of course. I'll meet you here at the Plough and Furrow.
That's nice. You will come with us. Tell me more about yourself.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Shoulder.
I'm sure the locals have filled you in already, lass.
You cut quite the mysterious figure. Most had little to say.
It's true. I do tend to keep my head down. When one gets to my age, one grows very comfortable in one's home. I like the isolation of the moors. I wouldn't change it for anything.
I take it you don't get many visitors.
Oh, no. Nobody bothers me. That's the perk of living so far out, huh? Just me and me hens. I used to come into Bewley more often, back before my health went to bugger, eh?
Tell me about your perception
What
of
do you think
Bewley.
of Bewley?
Whilst one could consider the villagers to be rather unenlightened, this place has its charm.
That's a good
The
way to put
market's in
it.
town today. You can see that folk want for nought here.
Is there
Barrow.
anything else I should know about Hobbs Barrow, Mr. Shoulder?
No, lass. I'm certain we will know a lot more about it by this time tomorrow.
I hope so.
I sure do hope so, yes.
What else can you tell me about the previous excavation?
I think I covered it earlier, Miss Bateman. As you yourself said, it were a time of superstitious hysteria.
What was it like, living in that period of hysteria?
I kept to myself. It didn't really affect me. My hens stayed healthy and their eggs kept me well fed. If one can keep a level head in such situations, one can get by.
Indeed. Is there anything else I should be aware of before my own excavation? No other ghouls I should be worried about?
You know the answer to that. The corruption in that soil were
All
all in the
hogwash.
minds of men.
What do you make of Lord Panswick?
His lordship is an important man in Bewley, as I'm sure you have gathered. His family has commanded much respect here for many generations.
Do you respect him as a leader?
I do. He wants the best for the village. Without his influence, the railway line would have never come through here.
Does he want more visitors?
Aye, I believe so. He has great
He wants
ambitions
more
for Bewley and wants to share them with the world.
beautiful visitors. Let's
What
put
do you
it that
make
way.
of Mildred Walker?
That's my feeling of him.
I believe she's also known as Mother Mildred.
Oh,
Though he
we
seems
used to get about when
like-
we were children. Our paths have not crossed in a long while.
Lord Fenswick seems kind of well, he does enjoy ushering me around, doing things for him, like making me his servant unofficially. He does seem to respect boundaries, so that's a good thing. So he doesn't seem to want to have it to force himself on people visiting, but still it seems like he wants more visitors to enrich his chances of taking a young lady to the bedchamber. That's my perception of him.
What do you think of Charles Bryden?
He is a decent man. It must have been hard for him after that terrible business with his brother.
Without a doubt. I must say I had assumed you had at least spoken to him about my visit.
Sorry, lass, I had no intention of giving you the runaround. Again, I can only apologize.
If you don't mind me asking, what is the nature of your ongoing illness?
Oh, just the ravages of age. Getting off this bench will be a small battle in itself. Something you won't need to worry about for many a year, Miss Bateman.
Growing old is a blessing and a curse. And what of your recent fever?
An ordeal it were. So much tossing and turning. But I'm right as rain now, especially after a mug of ale. Don't worry about me.
What are
Tell me
Lord
about Lord
Panswick's
Panswick
plans for Bewley?
plans.
He's rebuilding an old chapel on his estate. He seeks to bring God back to these lands.
But what of St. Edmunds? I think Father Roach might argue God has never left.
Indeed. Let's leave such arguments to them, shall we?
Thank you for your time.
That's probably
Miss
for the best.
Bateman. We will speak more later.
Can I go to bed now? I don't want to
I
speak
must
to
be
the
up
other
early to
villagers.
begin my... No, I must say I'm still rather awake. I don't feel like retiring to my room yet. I can't think of anything else to talk about right now.
Oh, do we need to
I
hear
have
the
nothing else to ask for the time being.
performance? Oh, hello, Arthur.
Tower. Seen her.
Arthur?
He's absolutely drunk.
Something.
What is it, Arthur?
Did you remember?
Here, meet me outside in the alley.
Whisper rather loudly, Mr. Drunk Man.
He's stinking drunk, but let's hear what he has to say.
Yes, he was rather weird this morning when we thought he was peeing. What do you have to say?
What is it?
First of all, I must apologize to you. That night we met, when I vanished.
Yes?
Well, there were a man in the loo. A hooded man. He threatened me with a beating if I told you anything about what I saw.
Oh, Arthur, that's terrible. What did you see?
That's the thing. I hadn't the foggiest idea what he were on about. It was a drink, you see. Embarrassment, Thomasina.
No, you're not, Arthur.
Here's what I need to tell you.
Yeah, build him up so he can get out of his alcoholism.
Standing in the woods today, I knew there was something. I waited, I concentrated, and it finally came back to me.
Please, you're keeping me in some serious suspense here.
All right. It were a couple of days before I met you.
What happened?
Hurry now, Leonard.
I'm not
What?
as quick as I used to be. This leg is getting worse by the day.
Yes. I'm constantly made aware of your failing health. Do not fear. You said he has promised you the reward of your returned strength.
Aye, and it can't come soon enough.
Are you sure that it must be her blood?
Aye, she's family.
And she gets here in 2 days?
Aye.
We must bring her to the site as soon as she arrives.
No. Your lordship, with all due respect, we've been through this. We need to ease her into the idea.
Hold on a second.
She would laugh in our faces if we just asked for it.
Who said we would ask?
He told me that she needs to give it willingly.
This little scheme of yours better work, Leonard.
It will, your lordship. We've got the perfect bit.
Wait. Who goes there? Did you hear something? Ah, a moonlight tryst. After something, are you, Mr. Tillett?
Your lordship, let me...
Save your words, you drunken wretch. Off you go, skedaddle. Don't make me ask twice. I do wish you wouldn't spend so much time with that fool. It's beneath a woman of your standard. It's sad, really.
That changes a lot.
Here has rather pickled the man's brain.
You're being most unfair to him. Mr. Tillett is a nice man.
Come now. I shall bid thee adieu once more, for I do not wish for this to come between us. All the very best wishes for your excavation tomorrow, my dear.
Thanks.
He does certainly want me to go to the excavation site. I have a feeling that he wants me to spill my blood to make the other god come back. Maybe the Lord's having another god in his mind. Yeah, maybe. And he wants me to spill my blood for it. Ooh, get a performance. I need subtitles for this. He's whispering. I mean, it's nice music. You can never tell me? Oh! What? Are we getting another flashback by listening to this music? What was that? Something feels eerie about that song. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the situation we took. Maybe it's the background sounds. It sounds like an emo sad boy indie song. Yeah, it's... Yeah, it does feel that way. Will he finish at some point? Is this the end? Like, it feels like some instrument in there that should not be in there. Oh, I go to bed automatically after that. What will happen this night? I think I heard violin. Yeah, there were... I think there were multiple instruments that weren't supposed to be there. And that's the hooded man, maybe? In the bathroom?
So, Thomasina, the journal proves I'm telling you the truth, does it not?
It does.
Good. Now listen. I can help him again. We can help him. Together.
How?
All those years ago, your father entered this barrow with the goal of binding me within it. All because the people of Bewley had gotten it into their heads that Sack's not what cause of their plight. I tell you, Thomasina, we're not. Your father botched his incantation, leaving me in this weakened state, stuck in this limbo. As for him, well, you know how he ended up.
This doesn't sound right. Incantations. My father is a man of...
You don't know your father, Thomasina. How old were you? A child of not even 5, 6 years? You need to enter this barrow and undo what your father did. The spell must be undone. Then not only will I regain my strength, but your father will too.
But how do I...
Blood. The truest symbol of life and death. It's the life which flows within you. But it's also death once it escapes.
I don't understand.
Worry not how you'll undo what's been done. When the time comes, you'll know exactly what to do. Time is short. Your father and I grow weaker by the hour. Go. Save your father.
The third day, Incantamentum. Incantamentum? And the cat is in my room. Spooky. It is. It was.
I must undo what has been done. Father, I'm coming.
Okay. We finished chapter 2. Finished the chapter. We got permission to enter Hobbs Barrow. And we got help to help us with the excavation. And we also helped the goblin's daughter, seemingly. And something is weird about Mr. Shoulder and Lord Fenswick. Something is going on with these two, and why do they want to make me spill the blood? And like, what do they know about the goblin that they are not telling me? Like, is he evil or is he good? I'm quite torn about this. Anyway, I think we'll leave it with chapter 2 today. And we'll do chapter 3 at some other point. Thank you for the stream. It was fun. It was fun to hang out with you guys too. I had a lot of fun playing this game. I do want to finish it at some point. I will play Graveyard Keeper tomorrow in German, and The Witness in English again on Tuesday. And stay tuned. I will I'll try to fix the chat more to my liking, and then I will, once I have finished that, I will make my announcement. So look out for that. You will see it. I'll announce it on the Discord as well as on the YouTube community tab, and you'll see on my on the other channels YouTube community tab. You'll find it there as soon as I announce it. I will see if I announce it tomorrow or the day after, so it's either gonna be Monday or Tuesday. You will see. I am preparing for that, and once I have finished all preparation, I'll announce it. So look out for that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow or sometime later. So for now, bye bye!